Everything aligning, where we going next? Careful with the boundaries, never overstep. Seen you moving around, so now they overzealous. Neighborhood on watch, and that is no protect. Stunting is a habit, but you broke a sweat. All this light, I'm shining, but I don't project. Can't solve all your problems with a purchase yet. Can't say I don't love it, look. Can't say I don't love it, I just know it's best. Big shout out to produce, want my circle fresh. I cash out on everything, lyrics for everything. Yeah, I splurge on everything, that work for everything. Bury all my problems in a shopping cart. Addicted to the cycle when it stop and start. I cash out on everything, lyrics for everything. Yeah, I splurge on everything, yeah, that work for everything. Junkies spin the block, it's like they on patrol. What's a fix if you live in a broken home? Swipe your debit, credit, run it, overload. Can't take nothing with you, once you gone, you gone. Yeah, we move in effect, but don't know what's the cost. The only question's gonna be what's the cost. Flaunt those tags to hide your flaws. So far off, but copping somehow make it close. Birthday coming, dropped a couple hundred on my baby bro. I can't say I don't love it, I just know it's best. Big shout out to produce, want my circle fresh. Everything, lyrics for everything. Yeah, I splurge on everything, that work for everything. Bury all my problems in a shopping cart. Addicted to the cycle when it stop and start. Cash out on everything, lyrics for everything. Yeah, I splurge on everything, yeah, that work for everything. Yeah, yeah, yeah. One night to go side to the north side, that's my porch light. You know it's alright if you come by still when I ain't home. I love to see you when I come back home, come back home. One night to go side to the
Yeah, take the crizzle, poppin' like a pistol. Proposition bitches get money by the fistful. Nigga, what's the issue? We only just begun. Crown is on the speech, the beat is on C1. Liquor steady spilling, toasted in the building. Smokeaholic, chronic, got me on the ceiling. Used to be a villain, now I teach the children. All my homies chiefs, never loved the pilgrim. Shit can get tribal, I'm liable to be Geronimo. I don't put the snow up my nose, I get abominable. Get the breaking loud and I switch it to every molecule. And then I grab the mic and start spitting out all this rocket fuel. Oh, it gets drastic over here. You niggas rapping, sounding plastic over there. You steady capping and we laughing over here, homie.
Here we go, y'all. Here we go. Here we go, y'all. Here we go. Here we go, y'all. Here we go. Here we go, y'all. Here we go, liquid. Here we go, y'all. Here we go, liquid. Here we go, y'all. Here we go. Here we go, y'all. Here we go. Here we go, y'all.
It's the J to the roll with the liquid for show. When it comes to drinking, you can say that I'm a pro. But if I go sober, man, I just don't know. Can I bring the same energy and keep the same flow? If I quit drinking gin, will I stop getting spins? If I'm done with rum, will I lose all my friends? Can I still say cheers without a six-pack of beers? Do I need a liquid courage to erase all my fears? Women won't get frisky if I don't hit the whiskey. If I don't get them tipsy, they won't tell me that they miss me. Can I dine with a dime if I don't bring the wine? No tequila and lime with they still be mine? If I get sober, will my career be over? Will I lose all my fans if I quit blowing Doja? Yeah, fool, call it what you wanna call it. Once an alcoholic, always an alcoholic.
Here we go, y'all. Here we go. Here we go, y'all. Here we go. Here we go, y'all. Here we go, liquid. Here we go, y'all. Here we go, liquid. Here we go, y'all. Here we go. Here we go, y'all. Here we go. Here we go, y'all. I'm a fucking alcoholic. Bring it if you really want it. I don't really give two fucks about it. That my little freaky bitch. I love the way she eat the dick. They play with my leg. I might empty out the clip. Yeah, we like Bonnie Clyde. Cause she the one I'm rockin' with. My glizzy in her purse. And she be quick to bust a bitch. That my little bussy baby. The way I fuck, drive her crazy. Wanna have my babies. Got old school love like this the 80s. Last nigga played her. I think that nigga on the daily. If he want the smoke, just like it's Pappy, I'ma spank it. My little freaky bitch. Love how she flip it and reverse it. She had me like, damn. My dick still in it and she twerking. I'm like, ooh, she might be perfect. Ride it like she surfing. I pull out the dick, but with guts, ooh, she get nervous. She don't care about the neighbors. Curtains open while we fucking. Shorty know she my little baby. Please don't try her, I'll bust it. She be clutching stick in public, cause you know I got them felonies. I say fuck them hoes, but you know they filled with jealousy and envy. She don't give away my pussy, girl, I'm stingy. Baby, drop them panties like a coupe can ride this Bentley. Yeah, it's a foreign when we fucking. Baby, throw it back, don't get boring while we fucking. Put her ass to sleep, she be snoring while we fucking. I put on the show, I be touring while we fucking. Got her last nigga hot, he be scoring it while we fucking. Started fucking her at 10, early morning we still fucking. That my little freaky bitch, I love the way she eat the dick. They play with my leg. I might empty out the clip, yeah, we like Bonnie Clyde. Cause she the one I'm rockin' with. My glizzy in her purse. And she be quick to bust it, bitch. That my little bussy baby. The way I fuck, drive her crazy. Wanna have my babies. Got old school love like this the 80s. Last nigga played her. I think that nigga on the daily. If he want the smoke, just like it's Pappy, I'ma spank it. Hit it from the back. She like, ooh, he the man. We ain't watching TV. But her pussy on the man. What a USB. Oh yeah, we finna get the cam. Oh, dude can't fuck with me, cause I'ma go and he and him. If I just stay away, you might fall in love with me. It started as a fling. I was trying to keep you company. You slid about them jeans. Who started it?
Then it didn't come from Tera.
Okay.
Everybody know that. Tell us though, where did gangbanging start?
In the stuff.
No, not the day, not the
Actually, you're talking about the actual form. The actual form. It was the
California, right?
No, Blood and Crip started in California.
Yeah.
Network, you still listen to R. Kelly?
Wait.
Just the way she delivered that question, that shit was funny.
So you cancel the person, right? What is music on the person?
If I drop a country song, that don't make me a country artist. That makes me a rapper.
They put Nicki Minaj's new song in the pop category.
Nicki Minaj is borderline a popper.
Now you can't say that one hand and then say something more about
Nicki Minaj is, well, just like I said, bro, you can be a hip hop artist.
I gotta try the name. Philip
Nigga, boy, what'd you say? I'll just say it again. Hey, you gotta get this thing. Hey, say it one more time. Say it one more time. It's Filiberto.
Good. Peter Roy was good. Joseph Prisley was good. The beautiful Teresa Gerald was good. Who else in here? DJ Al, my man Yogi in the building. What up, Yogi? My man, the Late Hour Podcast. Yogi, that nigga's fucking potted. I respect that nigga, yo. You know why? Because that nigga Yogi, he took all the two-tone of superstar criticism, and that nigga said, you know what, Tone? I'm fucking potted. Yogi has the best late night show in Arizona, hands the fuck down. And that nigga is potting now. He's fucking potting. He ain't nobody's fucking fan, and he's staying on business. I'm in full support of the Late Hour Show. Go ahead and clip that up, nigga. Go ahead and clip that up. Clip that up. Salute the Late Hour Show. Salute my man Dobie Dobe in the building.
Let's motherfucking go. You already know who it is, man. It's your boy Yogi motherfucking Loco, AK Oxy, Big LA, Black Diablo, Savage the Bridge. You already know who the fuck we are, man. We are the Late Hour Show podcast. What is going on, man? If y'all watching, make sure y'all hit that like, drop some comments, man. We supposed to have an interview. I don't know where she at.
Man, we you understand me? We in the motherfucking building, you understand me?
Hey Diablo, you muted.
Diablo, this nigga, I'm curious
This
to see how many
nigga
names
is in a
Why he always
fuck that. This nigga is in a
bunker.
bunker. Look, this nigga ready to go to war, goddammit.
Nigga, what happened to the green screen, nigga?
What? Hey, man, sometimes you
Happened
gotta
to the
put
green
the
screen,
green
man.
the black
Oh,
out. Sometimes
bring the
you
black
gotta bring
out.
that
Hold on,
black
nigga.
That
out,
nigga didn't
my
win
nigga.
his black box on
Let me
there.
go put my daughter's hat up real quick, man. Let me go get the lokes, nigga. Let me go get the lokes there, nigga.
I was going to ask
what's
on
happening to you, Murdoch?
I was confident nigga though, but you know what I mean?
What's going on, Murdoch?
Yeah, it's Friday, bitches. This the Late Hour Show. Y'all already know what fuck time it is. Y'all better be glad it ain't Wednesday, bitch. But goddamn, it's Friday, so it's time for a little fuck shit. You know what I'm talking about?
It's definitely fuck shit Friday, man. That's a new one.
Fuck shit Friday, bitch.
So we do got an interview, man, in the building, man. She wanted to clear up some situations regarding her name, man. We got Leen in the motherfucking building. Let's bring her on. Leen, what's the word, man?
What's going on?
What's going on?
Talking about it. What's happening?
How y'all doing?
We over here cooling, bro. About to take me a shot, roll me another blunt. Regular Late Hour Show shit, man. About to do me some smoke.
Nice. So y'all know, as this interview is, I'm always a lady first, and I expect everyone to talk to me as a lady and a woman. I don't expect anyone to be yelling at me because I am a lady first. I will listen, and when you talk, I listen to you. You know what I mean?
Yell over here. We just boo niggas off the camera.
Nah, yeah. I don't do that yelling stuff. I don't do that calling names stuff. I don't do none of that. But one thing I do want to say is that you didn't tell me everybody was gonna be in this interview, but we gonna do this interview anyways. What's up, y'all? My name is Raylene. How you doing?
Well, these my co-hosts. They part of the show.
I'm doing good. How about yourself, Queen?
Everybody you see on the screen is a host of this, including
I can
Diablo
see y'all on
down there.
different screens.
Yeah, we everyone on here is a host of the Late Hour Show.
How y'all
AK
doing?
Oxy, Big LA, Diablo.
How
It's
you
one
doing?
missing. This is us. We are him. So
So
just
let's.
to kind of kick it off here, Raylene, how did you end up in the situation yesterday?
So I was on the podcast with Stick, and besides that, I've been hearing what's going on with Power Road. That's how all of this occurred. So I'm willing to go into that subject just a little, but that situation is for that man.
We ain't got to dive too much in it. I just wanted the people to understand how you kind of got, how we got here.
All right. So I stated my opinion in a broadcast yesterday where my opinion was that because of who I am, not based on anybody else, I always feel that everybody in life has a right to state their side of their own story. Everybody's human. Nobody in this world is perfect. I've never ran into a perfect individual. And we do have some evil people in this world. I do understand that. But nobody should be told to be quiet about their side of anything concerning their life and their own story. And that's what I voiced in that podcast yesterday. And he wanted to question what I said. And what I said is there's two sides to a story. There's two sides of that man's story. And the only person that could tell that story is that man. And ain't nobody gonna know unless you ask. Ain't nobody asks. Why? You know what I mean?
I'll comment on that. I mean, the shit's in black and white first. I mean, from what I've heard, it's at least 7 women
that, but a lot of
with a lot of stories about, bro. I mean, he had ample opportunity to tell his side of whatever he felt he wanted people to hear. He opted not to for whatever his personal reasons are. He opted not to respond. Yeah. But it's there. I mean, it's there. So, I mean, I don't know what else. The only thing he could possibly say is try to explain it. But, I mean, it's there.
It's there. It's always there. And it's always going to be there, Yogi. And it's up to that individual as a person in this world to respond at their own time. Can't nobody tell nobody what time to respond to anything. That's like me walking up to you and saying, "Hey, I know the rent due is due on the 1st, and you know it's coming up. But since I'm coming to tell you, you go ahead and respond to me right now because I want you to. As to why this is what it is. Why you can't pay rent right now when it's due in when it's due in 3-4 days. That's my analogy. Is that nobody can tell him when to respond. Nobody can.
The magnitude of what's going on, he need to be responding ASAP. We can't tell him when to respond, but the magnitude of this situation calls for a response ASAP.
Yeah.
Yogi, listen.
There's a difference between a level 3 sex offender and not having rent on time.
Let's talk one at a time, people.
Yeah, because this interview ain't about when he's gonna respond, how he should respond, or what he's gonna say in his interview. That's his interview. You know what I mean? As far as any opinion concerning that beyond what I said in that podcast, I'm not here to debate that statement. I'm here to.
Let's stay on you here. So it was some confusion on who actually you were in the yesterday. A lot of people assumed that you were his wife or you were his spouse. I don't know. I was trying to keep on it, but so while you were in there yesterday, was it kind of the belief that were people mistaking you for his wife or his significant other? Because that's what it looked like when I was checking the chat.
Well, Well, I don't think they mistook me for his wife. They never said that on the live, so
Somebody
I
did say
can't
that.
say yes. I can't say yes to
Well,
that, but I
somebody in the comments put it. I mean, it just, I
no.
mean,
Well, I didn't see that, but this morning when we spoke, you told me that that somebody thought that I was their wife, and we
facts,
spoke about that this morning.
facts.
So, am I his wife? No, I've been single for 5 years. He has a woman, and I'm not his wife. But somebody did respond, and 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 I did overhear several times this morning from other people that they thought that I was his wife in that party, and I'm not her. We're gonna straighten that out right now. I'm Leen. That's who I am. But as far as what I said what I said because people deserve a right to state their own side of their story. Everybody does. It doesn't matter what it is. Everybody does. Nobody can shut nobody up. You know what I mean? But because I said what I said, they got in the party and I told them, look, it doesn't matter what that is. You know what I mean?
Doesn't matter what is.
Everybody deserves to tell their own side of that story.
The man's a predator. If the community deems, you know what I'm saying? As a community, niggas have a right to know this type of things.
Right.
Have a right to be known to that information. He hid that information for over 10. And whatever comes with what's happening now, I mean, he can obviously deal with it.
All right, so.
I mean, he's already lost shows.
You said what?
With his situation, do you know what happened with this situation?
That's not my business. That's not my business. I'm just here to talk about what somebody tried to say about me. That's what I'm here to talk about.
Facts. So that was the other issue that they kind of had, or they was kind of assuming that had something to do with your own charges, correct?
You see me still glaring? Hold on, I'm trying to fix this glare.
Yeah, don't worry about it. The glare ain't even important right now. You look beautiful right now. The glare ain't fucking you up. You good.
Thank you.
Whoa. So let's continue.
Yes, let's continue. So what I said in the yesterday is this. Look, with the charges and everything, everybody deserves to state and say their voice. You know what I mean? Just say what he does. You know what I mean? That he's gonna do that on his own time. But for my name to be dragged into the situation when I was explaining him the things that I have went through in life, that I've had people say things about me that I knew that wasn't true. And sometimes, you know what I mean? Not true in that manner. Don't get me wrong. It's in black and white, but there's more to his story that he has to tell you. And to me, what I see is nobody giving him that opportunity. I know what you see. I mean,
so do you feel like he's being railroaded? I mean, do you feel like he's innocent? Do you feel like, what do you feel about the situation? I know it's his story to tell, but, with respect to that, it sounds like you're kind of campaigning for him without saying that I'm campaigning for him. So, like, do you feel like we as people in the media and
Yogi, you already know I'm not campaigning for him. I'm campaigning for what I feel is right. You know what I mean? That was my opinion. And everybody gets on that podcast and everybody states their own opinion. once you get one person in the crowd that don't go against the same opinion, now everybody has a problem with it. I don't have to have the same opinion. Now, if we figure out everything and what it's supposed to be, then oh yeah, I'm gonna have my own opinion about that situation. But where I'm at right now,
Oh, so you
I don't
don't know
know.
what it is. Okay.
No, I don't know what it is. You know what I mean? And I can't say that.
Before I start having some tech issues, so another issue that they had yesterday, I believe, was it had something to do with your charges, right?
I don't have charges. I have stuff that I went to court for. You know what I mean? And it was in the same realm. And the realm was because as a parent, my child was doing things that she wasn't supposed to do. And I know there's a lot of mothers out there that has dealt with it, and some of them has gotten to the degree that mine did, and some hasn't. You know what I mean? But I've been in that situation where somebody said something about me, and I got things under my name, and you got to explain to people all the time. Sometimes some things might happen to you in life that you might have to choose your family and your children over. You know what I mean? A lot of people sitting in jail right now for charges from people that say they do things and they might not have did it, but you gotta walk with that jacket because you gotta take that jacket. You know what I mean?
So
You got some things in life. Then I know people like, but not that, but not that, but not that. It don't matter what it is. There could be anything in life of any type of thing in court that you might have to take, and you might have to take a plea. You might have to take a sentence, whether you did it or not.
I don't agree with that.
You know
But
what I mean?
what were the charges? What were your charges?
If you don't agree with that, then tell me how all these men is getting out of jail that they find and all of a sudden didn't do it. If you don't agree with that,
I know a lot of niggas who was gonna take it to trial.
Or do you not
I know
only
all the niggas is taking it to trial. I know ain't none of my niggas putting that jacket on.
but
And they ain't did it.
Everybody ain't all your niggas.
I can't speak for the world. I can only speak with the people that I choose to surround myself with. And I can tell you right now, everybody unmute y'all mic because these are my niggas right here. So let's ask all my co-hosts. Let's start with AK. AK, you taking that charge and you ain't do it?
Hell no.
Big LA. Big LA, unmute your mic.
Listen, Yogi.
BDS. Hold on. I'm gonna just ask them because these are my niggas. I'm gonna just ask them. I'm curious. So BDS.
You know what I mean?
Putting that jacket on, or you taking it to trial?
Man, come on, stop playing with me, man. If I ain't do that shit, nigga, we going all the way to the trial, bitch.
Hey, man, that's what attorneys is for.
Oh, okay.
I don't even got to say no more. So just to say that, and we can ask people in the comments. We can ask people around town. Ain't nobody taking that charge, and they ain't do that shit.
Look. I didn't get on here to throw a poll about that.
I was just asking my fellow calls how they would approach the situation. We didn't have to ask the people.
I came over here.
Move forward to that. Right. Because I know they kind of figured that. Because I know the issue. We can get back to yours. That's what we was on. So like, what were the charges that you had?
I stated my opinion about Power Road because that's my opinion, and it don't matter what any of y'all on this podcast say. I'm gonna have my own opinion.
No, in fact, we can move on from Power Road. I'm trying to ask what were your charges, because that was another issue I saw last night. What your charges?
My charges, I felt, it touched me in a way because, you know what I mean. You go through things in life and you got to make decisions, and everybody's saying no, I wouldn't. There's situations that a lot of people do, and I don't care what nobody say. There's people in this world that done trip.
He asked you what were your charges.
No, I'm asking what are your charges. We're not even talking about that.
I know that. I know that. Let me finish what I'm saying.
Okay, respect.
So that's what I'm saying. Me as a person, I had to take charges. You know what I mean? Not take charges, but fight charges. If you look up underneath my name, I have child abuse because I kept having CPS called on me. And there's a lot of people in this world that have went through that. Just people randomly calling CPS on you, messing with you. You know what I mean? You might not have, you might not have, you might not have, and you might not have. But I did. A lot of my peoples know I did. You know what I mean? For somebody to play with the CPS system and make somebody go through them type of charges, I fought child abuse charges several times, and each time I won because I ain't taking no charge. Them type of charges, I ain't taking that charge like that.
So would you have a child abuse charge?
Yes, twice. I had my kids took from me twice
For child abuse?
for child abuse, and I fought and won them back each time. You're not gonna keep my kids for something I didn't do. But if I gotta go through a process, if I gotta go through a process to get my kids back, a lot of mothers they let their kids get took. And they don't even fight to get their kids back. They're not gonna go to trial. I went to trial.
So if you don't mind me asking, like, what prompted you to have to fight? Like, what was the situation to where, you know, they felt like the kids were being abused?
They never felt the kids was being abused. People were telling them that the kids were being abused. So it's a hearsay. It was a hearsay case where their only witness was somebody that was being spiteful and did it because I pissed them off in a conversation. And you don't do that.
What did the kids say?
My kids always been with me. They home. They safe. My daughter, she's young. She married. She's beautiful, and she.
I was asking, like, within that case, what were the kids saying? Like, were the kids like, hell no, my mama ain't did no shit like that to me, or, you know, how was that?
So, my kids was told what to say. My daughter had always been told by the system because the first time my kids got took as a teenager, I got whooped with a belt. And when my daughter was doing what she was doing, being unruly in my home, I spanked my daughter with a belt on the butt. And they told me it was abuse. But when I was growing up, I got my ass whooped all the time. I got my ass whooped with a belt all the time. But when I got my kids and I whooped my baby's butt one time, they took my kids. And I fought for her and got her back. Like, you can't take my kids because I whooped her. When did that law change? My whole life I got whooped with a belt. A lot of people in this world, they whole life, when they was young. Not everybody, but a lot of y'all was bad as hell and you got whooped with a belt. I don't care what you say. So me, that's what I was taught. I whooped my daughter one time with a belt on her butt. And they took them. They say, hey, you can't whoop your kid with a belt. And I said, well, damn. When did that change?
Okay, like, was this an ass whooping or, you know, get your hand out the refrigerator whooping? Like, you know, like what the, you know, I mean, to me, this is just to me, I mean, it sounds like shit is getting left out. That's too easy.
No, listen. Because of the depths of the case, you know what I mean? I'm not going to go into specific like that. You know what I mean? I ain't got shit to hide, but for the specifics of my case, I'm not going to go into depth like that. But I am going to tell you that, yeah, she got in trouble at school. I hit her on the butt 3 times. She told them I whipped her with a belt. And they came and took my kids for 72 hours and gave them back. That was in 2007. I stopped messing with the people that called them on me because it was a mere argument. You know what I mean? But I lied out and no. But are you gonna keep my kids? Fuck you. They're my kids. If she do something bad in my house that she not supposed to do, that's to that degree. It wasn't no small degree. My family, I fought years in the system because I was trying to control my child that was stuck in sex trafficking. That's why I was pissed off, and that's why I spoke my voice like that yesterday. Because that hit home. Like, I've been in a situation where I know I gotta fight something, or I know it's either I take it or I don't take it. But either way, I could be fucked up because people playing with the system, or playing with things that you're not supposed to play with. If my daughter was in my house, which that's what they're saying, I wasn't allowed to whoop her. The second
What's
time
your
I my
comment?
the
Go
second
ahead.
time I the second time my kid got took, I got into a fight with a relative, and they used that on me on purpose. I can't state that person's name, but they used it on me on purpose. A lot of people
They
know that
use
this
what?
person
They use what on you?
used if you want some, you won't do what they say, or if you get into an argument with them, or you have a difference of opinion. It could have been anything. You know what I mean? What I'm saying in general, period. You don't use the system against people like that. You know what I mean? I dropped my kids off at school one morning, and I went to work, and they called and told me they picked my kids up. But the previous night before that, I had got into a fight with a relative, and that relative ended up calling the police. The police came, looked at my kids. They let me keep my kids.
Is that
They let me keep.
speculation or those are
No,
facts? Okay.
no. If somebody calls CPS on you, like if you get into an argument with somebody and they call CPS on you and say that you did something to your kid, they gonna immediately come look at your kid. They immediately came and looked at my kids and left my kids with me.
Yeah, they be
I thought,
quick with that.
huh?
Yeah, they be quick with that.
Yeah. So they came to my house. They said, "Can we look at your kid?" And I said, "Yeah. Come on in, look at her. Go talk to her too." That night they talked to her. Everything was fine. We was cool. Oh, here's your kids. Well, somebody will contact you in the morning to close this. They give you a little paper, a little incident report. People gonna call you, close the case. So I said, cool. Woke up in the morning. Same relative started calling my phone. I said, why are you calling my phone? Oh, you'll find out. Damn, the kids are at school. Just leave me alone. I won't mess with you no more.
All right. So I do want to back up just for a second. At one point you said that you said my kid has always been told what to say. Like, who was telling your kid what to say? And the reason I ask you that,
Them and my family members.
well, the reason I even ask you that is because you said that your kid told him, "Hey, she just hit me with a belt." So is that what your family members and the CPS workers were telling her to say?
A family member told her what to say. A family member that I got into a fight with told her what to say. You know what I mean?
So
At the end of the day,
they just told her to tell the truth.
no, they didn't tell her to tell the truth. She told the truth at the end. So, see, you trying to cut corners. Look.
What
Look.
What did she originally say?
She told them that I spanked her with a belt and that I had choked her. And they came to the house and checked her the night before. When that happened, they come to your house and they use a camera. They could use a camera and look at your child, and that camera shows deep tissue. They could see all that. They didn't have any of that. The only thing they had in my case was somebody saying that I did it. So of course I'm not gonna sit back and just be like, "Oh, you're gonna say I did something? I'm gonna run with it." And my kids is gone.
So if you didn't do it, you're gonna fight the shit, right?
In my case, we're not talking about power.
No, we were just talking in general. I was asking the question in general.
But I know what you was getting at. I'm pretty witty. But yeah, if in my case, yeah, I'm gonna fight for it. What he do in his case, that's what he do in his case, and I say that respectfully.
I can respect that.
So, yeah, You know, my child was involved in a lot of things concerning sex trafficking that was going on in my home, and
Huh?
And it had to deal with older men that was influencing my child,
In
and
your
and
home?
they was influencing my child through all these different type of outlets that they have to be influenced. She's 15, 16 years old. She need a phone. She at school.
Hold on, Miss Lady. I just want to make sure I didn't hear what I heard. Maybe I heard it wrong. Did you
Mm-hmm.
say that your child was involved in sex trafficking that was going on in your home?
No, that's not what I said.
Okay, all right. Continue then.
Yeah, yeah. Let's make that known that nobody in my home was doing anything to my child. No man that I was dating was doing anything to my child.
No, listen, I just wanted to get clarification. I heard it wrong. I wanted to make sure I didn't hear what I heard. That's all, Miss Lady.
But my child was being influenced through social media by grown men off of social media. You know what I mean? If I took her phone, she figured out a way at school to use a friend's phone to do it.
They will do that.
They're gonna get around it. You know what I mean? So if I didn't find it, you know, eventually I was like, you know what? Let me get her phone because she was getting in fights at school about it. You know what I mean? It got to the point where she had to have a phone. I had to know where she was at all times. I had to know what she was doing because they're adamant. When them young girls are that age, they're adamant. And the things that I was seeing, I don't think no parent would want to see. I can't even express to you on air what I was seeing. But as a parent, am I going to sit back and just let my child do them type of things and continuously talk to them and explain to them why? And they're not going to listen to you. Some of these young girls aren't going to listen to you. So do I feel like I was wrong for whooping my child? No, I don't. And I'll never say yeah to that because I saved my daughter's life. In the end of the day, she's alive. She's not in sex trafficking. Somebody's not abusing her. She's happy and she's married and she's graduated from college. You know what I mean? But what I had to endure in that process to get her there and fight charges, you know, fighting people that was saying, oh, you did this and oh, you did that, and tell my child, hey, say this, say this, say this, say this. And my child is impressionable. She's already impressionable because of what she's doing.
So were you fighting, and I'm just asking, were you fighting child abuse charges and sex trafficking charges?
No, the sex trafficking charges was on the men that was touching her, because even though she is influential, you know, she was very influential. Those men knew better. You know what I mean? If she's 15 and you in your 20 somethings, you have no right touching my child. You have no right talking to my child. That's my child. That's not right. I would never allow a 25-year-old to talk to my 15-year-old. You know what I mean? So at that, yeah. Did I get in trouble? Did I get convicted of anything? No, because the second time that they took me to court, they dismissed things for me without prejudice. So that sat there. It sits there because they're waiting for you to mess up again. A lot of people knew that. Around me, a lot of people knew that. But if you know that, why are you going to use it against me? Why are you going to make me fight all my life, fight for my kids? And making me go to trial, making me go to classes and do all kinds of stuff. And at the end of my trial,
When you say mess up again, when you say the words mess up again, what does that mean? Mess up again.
Every things you do in life sometimes they're mistakes. You mess up. You know what I mean? That's what everybody do. You go outside and you do something, you mess up. If you know you're not supposed to be doing it, or you in the wrong place at the wrong time, anything you do in life, if you spend your money the wrong way, if you don't stack the right way, you fuck up. You know what I mean? But if you know that these people are waiting for me to fuck up or have somebody say that I fucked up, why would you use that against me if you see that I'm fighting? Why would you do that? And why would you do it to that extent? To use that thing of all things. Of course, yeah. The first time they took my kids, like I said, yeah, I whooped her with a belt on her butt. But they took them because I admitted to it, not because she was messed up or beat up or nothing. I told them, yeah, you know, if my daughter,
You on the Late Hour podcast, like, did you whoop her ass or you whooped her on her butt with a belt?
I whooped her on her butt with a belt. I didn't whoop her ass. That's a teenager. That's a human being. You're not supposed to abuse them. But am I gonna sit in the court of law and tell them, like, yeah, I did it? I whooped her butt. She's not messed up, but you got me in here because I told you I did it. You know what I mean? I told him I did it.
I don't whoop butt. You know, I don't whoop butt. I whoop ass. You know what I'm saying? I'll fuck you up. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, you're not in court right now. You can be yourself. Like, you know, we're not the judge, we're not the jury. It's just, to me, like, I mean, I whooped her on the butt with a belt. That shit sounds scripted, Miss Lady. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, loosen the fuck up.
Yogi, you can turn it into whatever you want to, but I'm saying I'm being me.
That was BDS talking. That's
whoever it is.
That's BDS to bid.
That's not how I talk. I'm not going to describe things like the way that you want to describe it. You know.
I just wanted to make sure you weren't giving us court talk.
I'm me. Like if I whoop my daughters, but I don't care about that court case, man.
All right.
I'm in good standings in my life. My record is fine.
You kind of do care about that case.
I do care about that case because it hurt me.
All right. Because, you know, you said with the shit that happened, you didn't want to talk about it. So don't say you don't care about it. Is all I'm saying. But continue, Mom.
You're right. I'll give you that. I don't feel like nobody should do that to nobody, man. So I've been in that position where I had to fight and run that race. You know, I've been there already. Do I want people to force me to tell you how it occurred? Do I want people racing around, running my background, coming to me if I get into an argument, telling my business online? No. And if you do, yeah, when I'm ready, I'm gonna tell you about it. And it came out yesterday. Because
huh?
And it came out yesterday. Somebody said, "Oh, she got sexual abuse charges on her. Run her papers." Look, you can run my papers all day. Run them all day. If you look at any of my charges or anything I went to trial for, it say dismissed because I fought it and I won. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna sit there and bow down and take that from nobody. You're not just gonna put something on me and make me take it. But then at the same time, take my children.
Yogi, your mic tweaking.
You know what I mean? So, you know, ultimately that put me in a savage mode.
Back to a comment. I don't want I'm gonna go back to a comment that somebody. Yeah.
How long ago?
About 7 minutes.
Was that the question? Is that my mic doing that?
I don't know who might be there.
Yeah, I don't know.
This shit don't got that now.
Sound like we back on point. Sound like we back on point.
This nigga just pops the fuck back in. Nigga, where the fuck was you at?
I've been here this whole man. BD, man, don't y'all do that bullshit. Not tonight. Not tonight.
Not tonight, motherfucker. Not tonight. Not tonight.
We'll have our chance. We'll have our chance to delegate. Don't worry about nothing.
So my main point of all this, just describe, coming to y'all and telling y'all my story is because I've been there and I fought things that weren't true on me, and I didn't fold. I wasn't gonna take that. Not only that, but I wasn't gonna let nobody keep my kids. On top of that, like, ain't nobody gonna take my kids out of spite. That's one thing in life, and just going through that, all they do is really just turn you into a savage. You know what I mean?
Like when they threw that shit at you, did you like, have a thing of a plan, or you just was your parental instinct was just like to go and fight?
People just didn't think I was gonna be that strong. Like, you can't mess with people and think that they're not gonna stand up for themselves. Or it don't matter what you do to me concerning my children, I'm always gonna get my children back.
Well, what I'm asking is, like, did you wallow in your sorrows? Did you have to think about, damn, what the fuck I'm gonna do, or did you just start making moves to goddamn start fighting?
It was an instant, like, I was mad. Right. It's an instant, like you waking up a tiger in a woman, you waking up a beast in a woman, and that's just like in the animal kingdom. If you see a female lioness or anything, and you mess with her kids, what's the first thing she do? You know what I mean? Was I gonna let people mess with my baby? No. Was I gonna let my daughter do things that she's not supposed to do? No. And if I tell her as her mother and as someone who knows better, and you're not listening and you jeopardizing my home, then I should have every right in the world to discipline my own child. Especially if I'm patient and I'm speaking to you. After I speak to you and you still don't listen, and you still don't listen, and you still don't listen, and it's getting to the extent where your home now is jeopardized. I mean, these grown men started texting inside of my home.
I think your swamp cooler kicked on, Mom.
Who, mine?
Yeah, I can't hear you.
You can't hear me now?
There you go. There you go. Now you're back on.
It was so bad. I'm not here to out my child, y'all. Don't get me wrong, but I am here to make it aware, and that's my statement. Like, some people do go through things and they do face charges, and people will see charges on you. And I know for that man, it's a whole nother different situation. But I was speaking just from me in my situation. I don't know. You know what I mean? I see black and white. I do see black and white. I see what is there, but I see what is there also on mine as well. Anybody could look at that and be like, oh yeah, she's this and she's that. Anybody could do that if they wanted to. But would I care? No. Because I know what I had to go through, and I know what I endured, and I know the positive outcome from me doing that and going through that. I see the positive outcome when I look at my daughter now. You know what I mean? It didn't matter what I had to go through. It didn't matter what people were saying about me. It didn't matter the judgment that they wanted to put on me. You didn't stop me. And you certainly didn't keep my kids. I might have went through a period where I missed them and I cried and I wanted them so bad. I wanted my kids back home so bad, y'all. But it just made me strong. And that's why I am the way that I am today. People be like, oh, she's this and she's that. She's cocky and she's a bitch. No. Because I probably endured pain that you probably never could even endure. And I'm still here and I'm still pushing and I'm still making it. And it don't matter what you say about me. It don't matter whether you think I'm a queen or not, because I'm a queen all day, every day. I graduated college twice. I'm alumni. My daughter had a mistake in the past. That doesn't give you the right to go online in public and diminish me all over my own opinion. You don't have that right. Because there's so much more to my story than what you see on that black and white. You get what I'm saying? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry for crying.
Oh, you was crying?
That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? You can see that black and white, but at the end of the day, I took it to trial and I fought and I won.
How long was this trial?
The people that told on me, they waited a whole year. There's a whole process that you go through trial. Anybody could have came forward and said no at any time. I think they kept my kids for like a year and a half, 2 years.
I
2
thought
years.
You said, hold on. Okay, hold on. Maybe I misunderstood some shit again.
Now you did.
You said that they only took your kids for 72 hours?
The first time. The first time they took my kids for 72 hours because there wasn't nothing wrong with them. I just told them that I spanked my child. So they gave my kids back in 72 hours and my charges was dismissed. You know what I mean? Because I didn't leave no bruises. I didn't leave no bruises on my daughter. There weren't no bruises on her. But it was just because I told them that I did. Like, I'm not going to lie to you, I did. Like, but she's not messed up, though. She ain't messed up. She ain't got no marks on her. Ain't nothing wrong with her.
Okay,
but
so
the first time that they took my kids, if you don't pay attention.
First time is cool. That shit got dismissed. You got your kids back in 72 hours.
You like this?
Now, how did the kids get took for 2 years or 1.5 years?
When they got took for 2 years, it's because they said that somebody, the person I was arguing with, they told them that I whooped my child and that I choked her. That's what they said that I did. And when they said that, because of what they stated to that degree, they came and took my child. And the person that called them and said that is the person I got into it with the night before. When I was telling you, I got into an argument with this person. It was a mere argument.
But it was two incidents where you were facing child abuse charges. Two was for whooping with a belt, and one of the incidents was for choking, which was the second one.
Supposedly, yes, supposedly choking, but all I did was whoop her with the belt.
Wouldn't they bring that deep tissue scanner like you had said and seen that wasn't there?
Thank you. But that's what I kept telling them. We kept asking them to give us discovery. For discovery, give us discovery. They wouldn't give us. Me and my attorney. I had an attorney to give us discovery. They didn't have no discovery. The only thing.
So what was different from this? So what was different from the first time where they just took him for 72 hours? Because this time they took him for 1.5 years. So what changed from when they you know, was there something wrong with your kids? They had some marks on them. Like, what changed that they actually took your kids for a year and a half, or 2 years?
They took them for 2 years because they had an actual person, the person that was arguing with me. This person told my child what to say to the school, to tell the school that I did do that, and they would take her into their home, and she did it.
How old is your daughter?
So
how old was your daughter?
I don't know. I don't remember. Like, it was 2007, 2009, in them years. But so she did it.
Your daughter. I mean, I don't know your daughter. So what I'm asking is, how old was your daughter at the time when they was telling her or coaching her to say that you choked her and beat her or whatever?
She was in middle school, man. She was like 12 or 13. She was young. She was impressionable. You know what I mean? She had already been through the system. There's other things that was going on with my daughter that I can't state on live. You know what I mean?
What would be the incentive? What would be the incentive for your daughter to have the want to go stay with the relative that was coaching her to say you choked her? What would incentivize her to do that?
My daughter wanted more. She wanted more in life. I didn't have the things that other people can give their kids, because I was in a one-parent home. I couldn't give her everything that she wanted, and that's what they told her. You can come play with this. You can come be on this. I got all this at my home, and she did it. But at the end of the day, I told her I got to see my kids. I still got to see my kids all through trial, because I wasn't convicted of nothing. They let you see your kids all through your trial still. And I let her know, like, you better tell the truth, because I'm not. When you go to court, like, for something like that, they make you go to trial, and you got to question the people's statement. If you got only hearsay, you have to question those people's statements on the stand.
All right, so let me ask you this.
That's all they had was hearsay.
So you were seeing your child throughout this trial as it was going on, right?
Yeah.
All right. I mean, did you have communication with your child, physical touching with your child?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so when you would have conversations with your child, what would be the dialogue of those conversations, if you don't mind me asking?
You couldn't really talk about the trial. When we had counseling, and the counseling, they would always ask us, you know, what do you want to say to your child? And I would tell them, you know, I just want to be truthful. I just want to start telling people the truth about things in life.
Like, what kind of questions did you ask your daughter as you're going through this trial, knowing that she's lying on you?
I'm not doing that. I wasn't asking her questions like that, man. You can't do that when you're going through a case like that.
Okay, so you never asked why she's doing this?
No, I couldn't. I couldn't ask that. No, you cannot do that, bro. No, when you see your kids, you see your kids supervised. Like,
but you can tell them to tell the truth. But you can tell them to tell the truth.
Yes, but you can. When you're, I know what you're trying to do, but I don't care about none of that.
That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get the truth. I'm trying to get somewhere. Like, what I'm asking is, like, you know, as a parent, if I feel like my kid is lying on me, and we've gone to the extent that we're in a court case, like, number one, I'm going to be shattered. And every time that I talk to my kid, I don't give a fuck about no court laws. I'm going to be asking, like, why are you doing this to me? Why are you doing this to me?
Don't get me wrong, man. Like, I do have those questions. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you couldn't ask them type of things when you're going through a trial like that.
But you can tell them to tell the truth. I don't
But listen,
understand that.
Every time.
Oh well.
Yes,
and I got three daughters, Miss Lady. This big LA talking to you.
Listen. While we're going through this trial, I couldn't talk to her like that. You know what I mean? I get my visitations and they go back home. My kids was my kid was gone. You know what I mean? I'm not sitting down alone with my child, like personal time like that. You see your kids, play with your kids, play games with your kids, sit down, talk about school with your kids, stuff like that, and they gone again. So of course I was shattered. You know what I mean? But after that, when it came down to trial, I took it all the way to trial. I didn't take no plea. I'm not gonna say I did something that I didn't do.
All right, we're gonna pause real quick because I think there's a couple people who don't know what's going on. So we're gonna have to do like a little recap. So we ended up here because Leen here was on the Ox yesterday, and there was some miscommunications about her and her charges that she has. I think they thought she has some sexual assault charges, and some other stuff when they was having an episode about Power Up. So we're here to attempt to clear all of this up. So that's what's going on. So now we're currently talking about her actual charges, which I believe are child charges.
Come on, Miss Raylene. Don't do that one.
Where'd she go?
Oh, come on, Miss Raylene.
I think she'll be back by the year.
He dropped her.
Yeah, the pressure.
She dropped off.
Okay,
well, I don't think she's on
some of these. Drop off some of these.
I don't think.
Let's get to the meat and potatoes.
Hold on.
She said she was charged, but she didn't. It didn't.
She's not on the sex offenders list.
Okay.
It got dismissed with prejudice.
Hold on. She doesn't have any sex. Hold on, look. She doesn't have any sexual. Hold on, Raylene. She doesn't have any sexual assault charges or anything like that. She has. I think they were child.
She has no charges.
Well, no charges.
She beat one.
So go ahead and well, I mean, does anybody in the comments have any questions? No, you good, DJ. I'll fuck with you.
Oh shit.
Yeah. She
that's in a nutshell. That's
and the second one was beat.
Does anybody in the comments have any questions before she continues? No.
Big LA got a question.
Run your question.
Hound said, we talking about Bruno? That's the only question I've seen in there.
What we talking about? What we talking about? My whole thing, Miss Lady, I got 3 daughters. 3 daughters and a son. I don't give a damn if the judge standing there. I don't give a damn if the man upstairs standing there. If I got something to ask my babies, I'm gonna ask them. My whole thing, right? My whole peep game, right? My whole thing. What did them people, or what was they saying to you at the time to make you feel like you couldn't get on that one-on-one level with your child? And this is respectfully. I don't give a damn if it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 seconds, 60 seconds. If I'm gonna get that question off, I'm gonna get that question off. Because no matter what you say or what you do, no matter if y'all sit there and play, you know what I'm saying, tiddlywinks for the whole time of the visitation, that's gonna get brought up in the court case either way. So if we're gonna bring something up,
oh no, brother,
why not let it be the meat and potatoes of the situation of what's going
on? Let me help you understand. I hear your logic, but your logic is not the way that it works with CPS. You know what I mean? You got rules and stipulations and stuff that you cannot talk to them children about. You can't just go ahead and get to influencing your child, because to them that's called influence. You can't talk to them about
what is telling them to tell the truth doing. That's
you know what I mean?
That's not that telling them to tell the truth of what we raise them on. That's not influencing us. Like
tell the truth.
They gave me that opportunity in a counseling session that me and her had.
To influence her.
Yeah, I told her, I said, no matter what, when you go to court, I want you to tell the truth. That's not influencing her. That's telling her, I want you to tell the truth. Tell them what really happened.
So we have some questions in the comments here.
Not to that extent that I tell her that, but they said, do you feel that Sienna do you feel that she's lying? Yes. Yes, I feel that she's lying. I want her to tell the truth.
What do you
So
mean?
we got some. We got. Hold on.
Is she lying, or you feel that way?
Hold on. Before we go forward, let's get to these
that's
questions
not even
in the comments, man.
That's
So the first question in the comments is from Diamond Boy Trey. He said, "Did you beat all your charges?"
Yes, I did. Everything got dropped.
And then DJR said, "Do you have child abuse charges, or are they pending?"
No, I don't have no charges.
Do you have any charges
And
pending?
then she said,
"No, I don't have nothing pending."
She said, "How old?" DJR said, "How old was your daughter?" When
I beat all the charges, Diamond. Diamond Boy, I beat them.
I think she said like 13 or something. She said 6th or 7th grade. And actually, she did. She said middle school.
It was about 12, 13.
Kia Couture said she didn't mean to snap on you. She just didn't want to hear that shit. I don't know what she's talking about, but take that yours.
I'm just at a point where I what?
Kia Couture said she didn't mean to snap on you. I'm just at a point where I don't want to hear shit.
Oh, you good? You good?
Diamond Boy Trey said, "Congratulations."
Yeah, we're not talking about him right now, Kia. You good? You good?
Actually, she was DJ. She was accused of choking and beating her with a belt. No, I'm sorry. No. Whooping her on the butt with a belt, not beating. I think it's two different things. I guess. Something was dismissed without prejudice.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's my auntie. She said, "Are your charges expunged?"
I don't know how to get them expunged. I never even knew. If I beat the charges, I didn't know how to get them off.
DJ said, "Why did your charges get brought up if you beat them?"
Somebody has said that I did it, and they was going off hearsay for the trial. That's all they have for the trial was hearsay.
So is this something you were actually charged with?
They charged. I went to trial for it. They charged me because I told them I didn't do it. CPS, not criminal. You know what I mean? I was never charged for anything. I don't have charges on my name. I'm not.
So you don't. You have no charges or no convictions.
I don't have convictions because I took a difference.
All right.
So my question is: so were these charges from are we talking about CPS allegations, or you had actual child abuse charges?
I had child abuse charges. And that comes along with CPS. CPS gets involved automatically. It
starts with minor questioning, minor examinations, and shit like that. So to go from hold on, real quick, Mama. I'll give you a chance to speak. But it goes from questioning the kids, questioning of you. Now, once you get from being a suspect to being charged, they have some type of something that makes them feel that you are in the wrong. So
okay.
So hold on, let me finish. I'm almost finished. I got like 7 more seconds. So take us from the initial allegation to the charges.
I already did that.
You took us from the beginning to the charges.
I already did that.
I think what BDS is trying to say is, how do it go from one extreme to another, and it's like no in between?
It's all the same extreme. It's all the same extreme. You know what I mean? It stayed the same. Like if somebody said you do something and they keep saying that you did it and they don't want to tell the truth, you got to take it and you got to take it to trial. That's what I had to do. So when I took it to trial, I challenged them. If you said that I did it and y'all know that I did it, because if you choke somebody, they're gonna have bruises or they're gonna have deep tissue. They're gonna have something that CPS could see that.
So
They didn't have that.
the auntie
I
wanted the
told y'all
daughter,
that
so
before.
that's
You
who
only had
kept it
10 days.
going.
We
That's
have
why
a
she had
question. We got a question
right.
in the comments. Shout out Princess. Was the child involved? Ever question, and if so, do you know what was said?
So at the beginning of what this is what happened. She was told what to say. She was told what to say on the promises of things. Do you understand me? That's so she said it. She said it. And the judge eventually pulled my daughter to the side and talked to my daughter alone. And
For
he
the
asked her
people,
what happened that night.
I want to put this into context for the people that wasn't here
Oh,
earlier. Like her daughter
All right,
was
then.
told what to say because her daughter likes, she wanted a better life. She likes the nice things. And the person that was coaching her daughter to say that she choked her and whooped her told her that if you say this and go through court this long trial, I'll let you come live with me. So that's the context of, why her daughter was going to court with this person that accused her of child abuse. She likes the finer things in life, and that person was able to provide that to her on the basis of she go along with this alleged lie that was being told on The Beautiful Raylene. Just for context.
I want some music, boy. Y'all ruling it.
But at the end of the day, I got through it. I got through it. I beat it. I got my kids back. And I have placed myself in a position with people so that they can never do that to me again. It'll never happen to me again.
But you have your kids now.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Each time they got took, I got them back. You can't keep something that you weren't supposed to keep anyways.
Oh, you know what? Hold on. Let's, what? Now that I think about it, what happened in the trial to make you get dismissed?
Because the judge pulled my daughter inside and asked her what happened that night. Did your mom do this and did your mom do that? And she said no. And the judge asked her why. She said because she lied. She was just mad. It was dismissed before I even got there.
For a year and a half? I ain't never been mad that long.
No.
Another question that says,
listen.
Who is this person that can have more influence over her than her own mate?
We're not on that, Ashley, because you're not getting no content for your show. You getting exactly what I'm telling you on this show.
Yeah, chill. Guys, I feel no, I disrespect her.
You're not saying no. You want names? Don't say the name.
She just asking a question. That's not, you know what I'm saying?
I don't think it's at this point, Miss Lady. It ain't the fact of trying to get no content or none of that, folks. Just
You've already said
to the bottom of what
everybody in the comments. Everybody in the comments.
She wasn't the only one who asked.
Let's not single her out, and everybody's asking questions. That's all I'm saying. We're gonna keep it respectful around here on all angles. Even with our.
No, I'm saying it's no disrespect to but at the same time, it is what it is. That's her.
All I'm saying is we're gonna keep it big. All right, we're gonna keep it respectful, man. Y'all know what's up, man. We're gonna keep it respectful, or we can continue.
I mean, that's really not disrespectful to ask that question, but I feel to keep Miss Lady not get her up rile on the show. I respect that, but
it's not even that, but that. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. You know what I mean? And I stated that already.
Yeah, she might not. You never gave us a name. You just said it was a relative.
Yeah, she might not have been in here, but I'm not doing that. If they did what they did, they're sorry about it, but I'm not fit to give you their name so everybody can drag them.
Yeah, it's family, actually.
That wasn't even Ashley. That was Princess. It's like three different people. It's like three different. I didn't say a name. I'm saying who was the person to y'all family.
And that statement ain't just for DJ. I'm not trying to
Oh,
single you
you
out.
good, Kia?
No, you good, Miss Lady.
You good, Kia? Is it still found? So Princess wants to know, all names aside, it's still found in the system?
Yeah, you can still see it, but you can't see the case because it's a minor. You can't. They're not going to give you nothing about my case because of my child. You can't see nothing in there. What you can see is it says dismissed.
So the charges still come up.
Yeah, they right there. I mean, I can go get them expunged, but I ain't never went through that process before. I can get them off my record.
I have a question real quick. So, like, was that the first time anybody ever put the daughter in the room? You know, that's, you know, not with you or the relative that was, you know, coercing her or coaching her to do this, to ask her, yo, you know, like, you know,
I can't go that deep. I can't go that deep. Like, the only thing that I could tell you is that she was involved in sex trafficking, and grown men were talking to my daughter, and they know that they weren't supposed to. You know what I mean? Now, as far as the specifics in my home was always safe between me and my children, but I'm a single parent and I'm not there 24/7. If I got off of work and my children were home, they should have been respectful enough to be in my home and not be doing that in my home. Now, am I going to sit here and answer that question to that degree? Like, were there men in and out, how many times, I'm not going to the specifics of that case, man. But that's what was happening. You know what I mean? That's what I found. That not that there were a lot of men, but that's what I said. That when I came home, I found a man in my house. There was a man in my home, and as soon as I seen that, I went off.
So do you mind if we actually pull up your record?
I don't care if you pull it up. It's from 2007, 2007 and 2009.
Put it in a private chat, and I'm gonna have my co-host pull your stuff up.
Y'all was gonna pull it up anyways. What do you mean? Why you asking me?
Because I always ask. I mean, you're on the screen. I'm gonna ask. I don't know.
That's the respectful thing to do.
The world probably didn't already see my first and last name. It's there. Like, if you really wanted to know about me, you could have been knew about me.
Well, we probably need your birthday. Just put your birthday in the comments. Hey, AK, pull that side.
I ain't put my birthday in the comments. If you can't find it with my first name and last name, you better learn how to.
I
got it. I don't know the first or last name though.
It's Tera Kelley.
I bet.
So that's what I said. That's why I said what I said yesterday. That was my reasoning for saying that.
Put it in the chat so you got it.
You know what I mean? Y'all better not be blasting my stuff all around the internet. It better stay right here in this show, because I'm a student.
This is the internet.
Hold on, what you saying?
Goddamn
Don't try me.
Anybody watching the show can see
the universe when you get home to this motherfucker.
I can't check the
Got it.
Yeah, I'm not playing. Don't play with me. Because my situation is totally different from somebody else's. My shit was a heartbreaking situation. And if you use my situation for entertainment, I will press you. I'm not playing. Don't play with my pain. It is what it is. That's my pain.
I mean, people are gonna see it. I'm not deleting it.
They're gonna see it on the show, but I better not see nobody talking about, oh, check ring me now. Like, if you post my stuff and some spiteful, scandalous shit, like, I will come talk to you. For real.
You know what I'm saying? You know, because she could have caught you at the White House, but she ain't think that was you. She wanted to come look at you in your face like a minute.
I'm warning you. I don't play about your kids, don't play about mine.
Right.
Yeah, we trying to pull you up right now.
Y'all gonna stop playing with me. All three of y'all.
Yeah, it's it. Put some respect on me. Sorry, y'all, the weed done kicked in. Have I smoked it all? I did.
There's that one, and then this is a separate one.
Yeah, right before Christmas.
Yeah, but they all dismissed though.
Yeah. Don't play with me. You're not
All right,
taking mine.
hand clap. All right, they all admit it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. There's your fucking paper. So I accept my apology from that man.
Who?
Because he said
for what?
he said we need papers. We need papers. There's your papers. Now you owe me my apology.
Why?
I don't believe you. I mean, aren't you an apology for what though?
Yeah, for what?
When
I'm confused on what he owes you an apology for.
Well, we came to talk about this is public information.
But for you to defame me as a woman and say that I ain't no queen, that I done lost my queen status.
Who said
you
that?
Who said that?
Nobody said that.
All y'all gotta
Who
do
said that?
that man knows.
We're gonna leave the names out of it because that's my people.
What I'm telling you, because I know he can see this live and he know what he said, and you owe me a personal apology.
Shit, name the name. Who you?
No, look, I don't play. Look,
I don't know, but
live. So yeah, this is what happened to me. Like I said, I took it to trial and I beat it. I just don't know how to
think they were just confused on your charges in general.
Yeah.
So I mean, because I watched the episode, it looked like they were just confused on your charges in general. I didn't see where he actually said anything.
Now somebody be supportive and tell me how to get them off. How about that?
I can't do that. I'm not a lawyer. I do not know.
Definitely not a lawyer.
It's crazy how they be wording this shit. Aggravated assault and domestic violence impede breathing. You mean choking, motherfucker?
Right. If that was the case, like I said, they could have used the camera and seen that her deep tissue was damaged. They would have been able to see that I did it. But they could see that I didn't do it.
This shit go on for a year and a half to go from fucking speculation to actual charges to shit.
Yeah, I told you.
To just
I told you.
She, she you know what? I'm just gonna say she didn't do it right now.
I told you, like I went through the whole thing. I went through the whole CPS process. They took my kids. I was fucked up. You know what I mean? I had to go through classes. I had to talk to people. They try to make it seem like there was something wrong with me. All kinds of stuff, but you're not gonna deem me crazy, motherfucker, if I ain't crazy. So I took it to trial. Like make sure they're gonna be able to come and get on the stand and say that I fucking did it. And if you can't do that, take that fucking shit off my record because I know I didn't do it. That's just what it is.
So I'm gonna ask a question because somebody actually, son, bring me my phone real quick. This was actually a question. I'll give it right back to you. Daz Exotic actually asked this question, and I'm just gonna ask you because I see your stance on your personal issues, so I just want to go all the way back to a statement you made earlier. I mean, but like I said, we're gonna go to where Diamond Boy asked the question. If I can find it. Thank you, boy. Appreciate it. Let's go get some soda or something. I'll get right back. My bad, y'all. I got my son over here. Daddy duties. So Daz Exotic said earlier, so you fought what you were accused of, but you understand the innocent man taking a plea. Now, I know we ain't really on that, but I'm gonna bring that up just because I see your stance and how you feel about your own personal situation. So I'm gonna ask again. Well, I mean, that's really, I mean, so because hearing where your stance is, and even on your own situation, it sounds like you wasn't gonna wear that jacket and you didn't do that. You took it to trial and you fought it.
That ain't got nothing to me and his situation are two totally different situations. It's two totally different situations.
Well, I'm just asking. I'm just asking the question because they was asked. No. Yeah. I'll do it, but let me finish. But let me just finish. Hold on. Let me finish. So, like I said, from where your perspective is and from where you sit on your situation, how could you possibly understand how he feels taking a plea? I just don't get it because you took yours to trial.
This
and
is
you
why.
actually fought the charges.
Why? This is why.
You didn't like bow down to the charges because you knew that you were innocent. You knew you didn't do it, so you took it to trial and you fought it.
Listen,
go ahead.
Let me interject.
That's no.
So when your case is dismissed to the grand jury, isn't that what it say her case is dismissed to the grand jury?
So yep, let me explain that.
Well, yeah,
dismissed due to grand jury indictment.
I got it right here. It says dismissed to the grand jury doesn't mean your case is dropped and you can go on your merry way. The phrase means the prosecution is presenting its case in secret to a grand jury, which will decide if enough evidence exists to charge you with the crime instead of using the preliminary hearing procedure.
Statutes of limitations.
So basically, it's like it takes it to court in secret. What? Hold on, real quick. Boy, plug my phone up. I ain't gonna tell you again. My shit on 5%.
So in my case,
my bad, John. My son got me fucked up. No, go ahead. But that's what. But that, I mean, so you want to kind of elaborate on that,
Yogi? All right. You can look up my charges and try to make my charges what you want them to be. But the reason why
we're not trying to make it in any type of way. You're getting interviewed, so we're just asking you questions.
I hear what you're saying, but if I wanted to go in there and get them charges took off of my record, I could. I already been told I can get them expunged. I just never went through the process. If evidence
no, we're asking because it was dismissed. We're asking, on that. So what happened with that?
Can we see that?
When was it? When were you fully done with your case? So from when were you actually done with?
It sounds like a diversion program. To be honest, it sounds like you went through some type of diversion program, and then once you got through the program, they went ahead and dismissed the shit.
Like, did you end up having to take classes or?
No, that's not what it is. After, if you get convicted of what you go through, then yes, they put you through a diversion program. My kids, they held my kids until I finished out my criminal charges. It's not a diversion plan. They would have gave me a diversion plan if I was found guilty. I wasn't found guilty, so I didn't get no diversion plan.
How old was your daughter when the case was closed?
I don't know. You gotta look at them charges. I don't try to think about it. I don't try to look at it either.
The thing that's confusing me is the part where it say that it was dismissed due to indictment, grand jury indictment. So what was the indictment?
I never had an indictment. I don't know what you mean.
The paperwork that he showed on the screen said dismissed due to grand jury indictment.
Why does that?
Because an indictment and an indictment is an official. You are officially that is official. Like the charges now, and to be indicted, that shit is stuck. That's what it is.
No, they're not, bro. Like you don't know what you're talking about.
You know what we talking about. I mean, but like so, because it says dismissed due to grand jury indictment. So you're saying. Hold on. Because what he's saying, I'm just trying to break it down. Hold on, because this is my show. Ain't nobody talking to me. Let's get that straight right now. Ain't nobody ever talking to me on this platform. That's not happening. So I'm just asking you a question because you're being interviewed. It says right here, dismissed due to grand jury indictment, but you're saying there wasn't any indictment. But it says right here there was a grand jury indictment.
You know what I mean? What are you talking about?
Where's it at?
We asking the question, so I mean I don't know. I'm asking the question. So I don't know where the grand jury indictment is. It's not my case.
You see what it says? It says dismissed by prosecution motion. They dismissed
the top part.
Well, we're not looking at the bottom. You're focusing on the bottom too. We're on the top.
You don't see the top part? You got selective see it?
Because a lot of people in the comments are confused as well. So I mean, I'm just trying to clear it up.
That's the same thing. It initially, listen, it is.
Indictment and emotion
It
is two different
initially,
things, Miss
listen,
Lady. Totally different
it
things.
initially got dismissed 2014. We sent in a motion to dismiss.
Did somebody else go to jail behind this? Did somebody else go to jail behind this?
That's what it's starting to look like, Rollo.
Like
you know, I'm getting off y'all show. No, I'm gonna get off. Because y'all
You can hop off. You can hop
Yeah.
off. That's perfectly fine. Thanks for coming on here, man. We
You got me
appreciate it.
messed up to say anything like that.
I mean,
after
we just asking questions. Ain't nobody got you messed up. We asking. They're asking questions.
Smith, like, why would y'all think that somebody
I
else
mean,
went
we're
to?
just asking. I mean, that was just a statement made. So I mean,
Because sometimes, well, I'm the one that asked the question. So let me explain the reason I asked the question. Is because sometimes the prosecutor will not go after that person so they can go get another person. You understand what I'm saying? They'll drop your charges so they can go get a bigger fish. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm trying to figure out is that what did they drop your charges because
all right, Yogi.
Because there was a different victim involved or excuse me, a suspect involved.
If you ask me about my case and you ask me if they're still there and I show you that they're not there, that's what my case is. Now, if you want to speculate and go into whatever else you want it to be,
It's
you
not
can
speculation. We're literally asking you. We're reading, and based off of definition and the words that are in the dictionary, we're asking you questions. So you're just getting upset.
I'm not getting upset. It's clearly right there in your face that I put a motion in. It's right there in your face that I put a prosecution to
Okay, on the bottom two, there was a motion by the prosecution. The
Yes,
top two said there is a
2015. We filed it in 2014. It finally went through in 2015. So for you to even think that is anything else, that's why I'm about to get off this show, because you shouldn't even went there.
I mean, we just asking questions. If you want to get off the show,
how can we go there? How are we going there off of something that's written on your paperwork, Miss Lady?
I mean, we just asking questions.
That don't make that to me. I'm sorry, that don't make no sense, and I'm not gonna hold no punches.
All you have to do is for your question, sir. All you have to do is look at the ARS code. I put a motion in 2014 for the same two RS codes. In 2015, we finally went to trial for the motion, and it got dismissed because the prosecution, dismissed it. We dismissed it because it wasn't true.
Okay. You want hold on, Yogi. Hold on, Yogi. She want to say dates, right? She want to say dates, right? She want to say dates, right? She want to say dates,
I do.
right? So in 2000, so in 2014,
I want you to go by the ARS code. I want you to go by the ARS code.
Okay, that's cool. But I'm gonna do it first, and I'm
go
gonna
by the ARS code. Go by the ARS code.
It says dismissed due to grand jury indictment.
Bro,
Two of them in 2014.
No, listen. It's the same case. If you look at the ARS code, this one right here, 1204B, we put the motion to dismiss.
So why was the case dismissed twice?
It wasn't dismissed. It wasn't dismissed twice. It was filed in 2014.
She had two different charges.
In 2014, and it finally went through in 2015.
She had two charges.
Gotcha. No, I follow you.
Child abuse. The second one is aggravated assault with domestic violence and pregnancy.
Like, I just sat there and explained, bro, just listen to me, bro. Like, I'm not going to steer you wrong in this case. They're the same two codes. There's just two different lines for what we filed. I filed in 2014 of one line, 13-12048. That's when we filed to dismiss because of what she told the judge. We filed it. They finally went
to a question.
in 2015.
Can I ask you a question real quick?
The comments, they want to know what was the point of the whole conversation. What was the point of this being brought up?
I want to know that too because it's writing.
Raylene, can I ask you a question?
You're not gonna put no smut on my name, bro. There's no smut.
I'm just trying to ask you a question because in your court, were you the defendant or the prosecution?
I'm the defendant, but we had to file to the prosecution. We had to put our motion in to give it to her so she could file because they filed against me. So I put my motion into the prosecution. Bro, come on now. But is there anything else that y'all want to see? Because I got things.
Nah, we good. We gonna keep rolling, but you can go ahead and enjoy the rest of your night. We appreciate you for coming on.
Come on now.
You enjoy the rest of your night, man. Thanks for coming on to the late hour show.
Who's John Martinez?
Good looking. We're gonna just keep going.
Can I say something now?
Yeah, y'all can say what y'all got to say. Man. Shout out Ray Leen for coming on to the show again.
Where in the
where the music at?
Where the fuck in
niggas
the world of Wakanda, goddamn?
Hey, hold on, real quick. Let's run the song that we could cause I got more tequila I need to drink and thoughts I need to so let's run this.
I need to light my weed and some more shit. Yeah, go ahead, play that.
We're gonna take a quick little intermission and then we're gonna get to this Friday night hip hop, man. This is Big Tipsy Bag Security featuring Trilly Hydro and Scoops Boy. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Bad security, Bad security,
I got bad security, at they neck like a piece of jury. Middle finger up to the judge and jury. Knocking niggas out like Tyson Fury. She gave me pussy, that hoe was purring, it was sweet too. In the mouth like a sweet tooth. Call me daddy like a phone booth. I shoot will wipe your nose. First 48, that case is closed. Niggas mad, my diamonds frozen, they dipped in gold. Cotton candy, Glock in my palm, they call me handy. They won't bag talk, let's talk it. 5 for the Yeezys, 6 for the Louis, 9 for the Gucci. I join a movie, my nigga smoothie. Yo bitch a groupie up all night off Adderalls. I've been dodging court like basketballs. Miss that lick, I ain't mad at all. The next one coming, I'ma double the rate. I ain't splurging on you, I'm a cheapskate. All these hoes be cheap dates. Two real nigga be loving the fake. Go patty meals for that patty cake. I'm making the math, they banging my line. They tell me to come clean it up. The bag security, the job security. I'm stashing the work, I'm bringing it out in the midst of a drought. The bag security, the job security. Whatever they charge, I'm taxing these niggas, I'm running it up. The bag security, the job security. Whatever they charge, I'm taxing. Whenever they sleep, I'm active. Whenever they not, I'm trapping. Whatever it is, it's nothing. I just came for the bag and the money. The hustle was different when you come from nothing. I came from the dickies, I'm still in the dickies. My nigga, you can't tell me nothing. Securing the bag, locking the bag. My nigga make something from nothing. I've been out the way, you still in the way. My nigga, get back to the money. You make it, you spend it, that's all. You hustle, repeat, then you ball. Don't fuck up your bag with these brawls. Fuck it, just run up the score.
I got the gift of gab, these niggas be mad. I jump on the beat and I spaz. Your chick on my ass, she want me to smash. I told her I'm sorry, but I got a pass. I'm trying to kill her, you know I'm a villain. I feel like Lex Luthor when I'm in the lab. Really is regular, Chris Boy and messing up. Now he want to throw his career in the trash. I got the wave, I do rappers dirty for days. The second the pink is the page. I really been busy, so many dead rappers that I gotta stack them like 3 to a grave. Stuck in my ways, they often get wicked. So why would I change if it's getting me paid? Niggas is lame, wanting 1,000 a verse when he works up the minimum wage. Niggas the game and get hit with the flame. Now it's rest in peace on top of your name. Y'all drive me insane with no drive. I'm running you over once niggas step foot in my lane. Just met your wife, best head of my life. The pussy was nice, but the cranium bang. Came on her contact, she wiping my kiss from my eye. I'm like, look how far niggas came.
I'm making the math, they banging my line. They tell me to come clean it up. The bag security, the job security. I'm stashing the work, I'm bringing it out in the midst of a drought. The bag security, the job security. Whatever they charge, I'm taxing these niggas, I'm running it up. The bag security, the job security.
Yeah, I think it is on Spotify.
This is a very strange.
Yeah.
Nah. We finna get to the meat and potatoes. And my nigga said I could pop my shit now. Look, disclaimer number 1. Don't bring your ass on the late hour show trying to grab some clout off some shit you don't fully know what the fuck you talking about. Against a panel of motherfuckers that know what the fuck we talking about off some black and white of what the fuck we read. The shit, 2 motherfucking different charges, 2 different years. So you dealt with the shit 1 year, then you came back and dealt with the shit another year. And as soon as motherfuckers get to questioning shit, you did the same shit you did in the courtroom. You got to backtracking on some shit. And then you come on, you get all cute and all that. You think you finna just talk to Yogi? No, it's a whole panel of us, nigga, and we all got questions. What's up? And our people in the comments, they talking too. Simple and plain. It ain't no motherfucking way any of the 5 of the people y'all looking at right now, you understand me, gonna go to court, have some motherfucking paperwork where some shit say is still motherfucking pending. And ain't got no answers about no dates, no ages, no time frames. Motherfucker, you can't even tell me if a fucking piece of rice fell off the top of the building the day of the court date. But you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know that you can have your shit expunged. No, to a motherfucker that's still dealing with a present pending case. Hell no, you can't get it expunged.
But somebody told her, remember, somebody told her a long time ago, she said a little later, somebody told her a long time ago that somebody told her how to get expunged, but earlier
Sir, you don't believe that bullshit just as much as I'm
pleading with somebody in the pleading with people like, yeah, somebody showed me how to get it expunged. Like she
said don't kick her off. I thought she got off on her own.
Yeah, I mean, I thought she was done. I took her off the screen because she said she was done. So
yeah, I thought she was done.
If you tell us you're done with the interview, we usually remove the guest from the screen after the interview. Now, if you want to come back on, you can gladly click the link and we'll add you because you got the link. So if you want to hop back on, by all means, hop back on.
But the people in the comments wanted to know, like, because people were joining late and whatnot. They wanted to know, like, why and how did all of that, like, why did she come on to publicly, like, what was the point of that? I guess.
What was you clearing up? You didn't clear up shit.
There was nothing even
more questions.
Yeah.
I mean, you can click the link. I mean, you ain't got to be in. You can hop on. I mean, we here. You got the link. You can hop back on.
I heard like 12 different stories. I just want to understand.
And anything I said, Miss Lady, with you off camera, I said with you on camera. No problem with that. What I don't like is people getting defensive about some shit that they stuck their hand in the air for to try to come and clear up and then just leave niggas with questions and say, I'ma leave. Because motherfuckers ain't just going off of what you saying when motherfuckers know how to read.
Exactly, she was. I'm talking about big ass circles, crop circles is what she was talking in.
Big dummy crop circles. I know more bushes that don't talk as much as you. I'm just, man, listen.
And then it's like, I'm asking her what's going to incentivize the kid to go over to look like Tera White's place. That was the plaintiff or whoever Tera White is. You know what I mean? Fucking like why would the kid be so inclined or why would the kid, but she's like, she likes the finer things and like that don't make no sense in the world to me. You know what I mean? Not mama.
But she said she was like 12 or 13 at the time. So.
What the fuck?
So how all of a sudden you don't remember the age when a motherfucker double back 5 minutes from what you just said and ask you the question again?
I asked how old she was when the case finished because that was a question in the comments, but she said she didn't remember.
And then you want to try to call yourself trying to get at the neck of one of the hosts on the panel, like that's just gonna ride. Especially that one, like he was just gonna shut up.
I mean, she back. We're gonna add her back in. Like I said,
hey, let's get to it.
Oh shit! Hold on. Whoops. My bad. AK. My bad. I be forgetting. This nigga AK be cooking. I be cooking.
You told me.
Yeah, my fault, bro. I'm like 3 shots in, my nigga.
This the one time I'm an innocent man.
I was thinking about taking the shot, so like my fault. My brain hit a little pause.
If you take a shot, I like my blunt.
I'll take that shot for you.
Hold on, nigga. Hold on. Because this nigga, turn your camera on then, nigga. Hold on.
Nigga, you done fucked up. You done fucked up, nigga.
That camera, nigga. Oh, pop it, nigga. Oh, what y'all niggas talking? Don't make me go find the bottle, nigga. Oh, shit. AK already tripping, man. Hold on, man. Hey, Princess. I can't kick AK Oxy out because even if I kick him out, he can literally bring he'll just add himself back. He the only one on here that cannot be removed.
Raylene,
he got
why don't you take a shot with us so we can really, kick this off the right way? Take a shot. You got a shot? Take a shot. Take a shot because we need to ease the tension. It's too much tension in here.
You ain't supposed to show up here sober, man. You ain't supposed to show up here sober, man. Go ahead, talk for it.
But like you can't talk to me like that once I'm gone and try to turn my.
Well, look. We on here. This is an interview. The people in the comments are gonna ask questions. The hosts are gonna ask questions.
Interview is a question and answer situation. You not gonna try to manage.
We're on. I'm not trying to handle anybody. I mean, because no matter who we interview, the topic. I mean, we was here to try to clear the air on the situation.
You got to remain a podcaster. Then you don't disrespect me because I don't disrespect you.
Nobody who disrespected you.
That was disrespectful. The way you was talking like that for you to
me.
You're basically assuming that my charges. Listen, you're assuming that my charges are pending, and I already let you know. I took.
That wasn't me who said that.
Yeah,
that was Big LA.
You gotta look at
so like, hold on. Before we continue, I want you to be clear. Hold on. Before we keep going, I want you to be aware there are 5 hosts on the screen right now.
I understand that.
You can't pin everything that they say on me because there are hosts just like me.
If I say you, and I wasn't talking to you, whoever you are.
Well, yeah, but people are gonna assume it's me. So I mean, just BDS was the main person I was asking you questions recently. That's Big LA, Rallo, and that's AK Ox. Those are the hosts.
Because when I started my explanation, I said. When I started my explanation, I said you, and when I said you, I was pertaining to the man that said what he said. Now, if you didn't say it and the shoe don't fit, why are you wearing it?
Because this is my.
Okay.
Hold on.
I'll say what. Hold on, brother. I got you.
You like that?
You see my camera on?
Like that?
How you doing, Miss Lady? I'm repeating what was said in the comments.
Cracking it hostile like that.
Like,
what now? Wait. No, it's okay if you do it, but it's a problem when I do it.
Nobody's getting hostile with you. We're just asking questions. We didn't get hostile with you.
Now I'm asking.
When I got off the air, you was hostile the way you said that. For you to turn my situation.
What exactly did I say?
You gonna let me finish? For you to say there ain't no motherfucker way I could say this and that. If you got charges up here that's pending, my charges aren't pending. It don't say pending. They're dismissed.
I'm going off of what was said in the comments. I reiterated what was said in the comments.
Listen,
but I said it to you of what was said in the comments.
No,
you didn't say nothing to it.
I know. I guess I did. You're asking me questions that I had already asked. So now you just got that way because I already explained to you that I took it to court and I presented my evidence and I got it dismissed in the court of law. I didn't. There's nothing else to that story. There's nothing pending about my charges. I just don't know how to get them off. I don't have to come on here and lie to nobody. Especially if I ask you for help, and instead of you helping me and giving me the information, you attack me instead.
How did I attack you?
Questions. We're asking questions. Asking a question.
We tried to talk about the situation, but you didn't want.
Yeah, didn't nobody attack you. No, didn't nobody attack you.
Please don't paint that.
That's a perspective. That's a perspective.
There's no painting it, guys. We live. Everybody's watching this shit.
Okay.
But what I did ask is like, what was the like. If you come up, because you say you don't want it blasted on the internet, right? And I understand that that's public. You don't want, but why would you? But why would you come on a public platform to address the issue? But then you got 6 people. They're going to ask questions. They're going to ask questions up, down, left, and right. They're going to ask questions. That's what media is going to do. So if you're going to address it in a public matter, you got to be prepared for that. I just want to know what was the point. Like, what was the purpose of it? Like. Because that's a lot of that's personal. So like, why did you feel the need to come on to the show to share this information? I guess is what I'm trying to figure out.
Because of what happened in the podcast yesterday, I was told that I had sexual charges on me because I explained to him that I had been in that situation before, and when I explained that to that man, he said, "Pull your charges. You're blackballed until you pull your charges," and I'm not blackballed from nothing. Like
That's
Who
because
said
his charges sexual
who?
abuse.
What man? What man? What man?
No,
What
we ain't
man?
gonna name no names. 'Cause if we name that name, let's mention all names involved in this conversation.
You did ask a question, and I'm answering it for you. And that's why I came on here and felt the need to present myself. Like, I'm transparent. I don't have nothing to hide. If you're gonna say that I got sexual charges, and I don't have sexual charges.
I mean, that's kind of what I was bringing up earlier. It was they were confused on who you were, and I think people think that you were his wife or you had something to do with that case.
No, on that thing, he said you're blackballed until you show your papers. Like, I'm not, I'm not that type of person with this paper thing, like that. But
We already
I'm
brought up
not.
the paper.
Yeah, I'm not blackballed from nothing. I can do an interview if I want to. I could drop my music if I want to. But if I fight what is under my name, you can judge me all you want. I don't care about anybody that tries to judge me. You weren't meant to stand next to me then. It's like getting rid of something that with no effort. I don't care about that. You know how many people there are in this world? There's tons of people in tons of places. If a few people out here say that they want to judge me off of something that I went through and I went to court,
People are gonna ask questions.
no, that's not a question. That's not a question to tell somebody that they're blackballed.
Well, maybe not that, but I mean, I wasn't running that show. I just watched a little bit of the show to kind of catch
And
a
I
little
don't
bit.
think none of the people that's on the panel right now was there last
None of us are part of
when
that
these
show. I
when
didn't
these
even know
statements was
No, we
made
run our show Monday to
of what
Monday,
you
so we
talking
live
about.
every night.
That's why it was like, I'm done with her. You know what? I know y'all think that I'm being hostile right now, but I'm just being Raylene. I don't care about that. I don't care about who come and go. It's either you want to be here and you want to support me, or you don't. And if you don't, that's fine. I'm not going to take that personal.
I mean, the whole subject, I believe, on the show yesterday was Power Road.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like,
that
okay,
would
well,
be the correlation to why they
how
would
did
assume your
you even
charges.
pop into it? That's what I'm
And then
saying.
Right.
every time we try to
How
bring it
did
up,
you
you don't
get
want to
mixed
go into
into
that.
the Power Road conversation?
But you don't know what happened in that situation.
Because from what you said, it was just you was in the comments, but I mean, I'm just trying to figure out how it went from, because I know that they were talking about Power Road.
That's what a podcast is for.
What exactly did you say? What exactly did you say that kind of
even triggered
leaned
that?
the conversation in that direction to where now you were the focus aside?
No, the man. Look, the situation was, you could tell the man was heightened, and they were asking questions. You're on a podcast. You're asking questions. So if people have a difference of opinion, in which I had a difference of opinion, I expressed my.
What did that's? But answer the question. What I'm asking you is, what was said that leaned the conversation?
Yeah, what's the difference of the opinion?
What exactly happened?
So I'm not gonna go that deep into the situation, as I stated.
We in the interview. I mean, we're trying to figure out how you got here.
You want to know why?
You want us to have this level of understanding.
That's why I said take a shot, because we like to have real conversations and not beat around the bush.
Hold on. Everybody, hold on.
One mic. We all are. We've been here for 2 hours. We all lost.
We've been on here for 2 hours. So, like, what I'm asking is, so
don't have me coming to this interview change the whole perspective of my interview.
Hey, hold on. No one's even changing the perspective. We were here to clear the air. What I'm saying at this point is if you don't want to, hold on, y'all. Raylene, if you don't want to speak on shit that's going to clear the air, that's fine.
Don't ask me to do an interview.
That's fine.
Don't say I'll do an interview with you, and I say, look, I'm not gonna go that deep into that man's situation, and that's.
We're not talking about his situation. We're talking about how you got involved in the situation. That's the topic. I'm asking you how you got.
That is a fact. That was the question. I just wanted to know how you popped into the situation.
Right. We want to know how you got into the situation.
And it wasn't just me. Like that was what the questions in the questions in the comments. Like, well, what I don't understand. Like, how did we get here? Can we get a recap?
There's
Like,
there's no
they want to know.
bridge that I'm seeing.
It's a lot of personal information just be thrown out there. Just we want to know what was the point of it.
Listen. I already answered that question for you. It's been a 2-hour show, and I didn't ask y'all. I didn't
answer the question on how it got to you. From
you didn't jump around a couple of bushes around a couple of questions.
You dodged a lot of questions.
You're on the track right now, going in.
Hey, y'all must be tired.
And you full blown sprinting on that motherfucker.
I'm not saying. I'm just not gonna keep answering the same question 3 or 4 times.
You just didn't want nobody. You didn't want nobody to put the jacket on you. Is what you was basically saying, right? Is that you didn't want nobody to accuse you of being that, so you was like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and tell my story before somebody tell it for me.
No,
okay, well that's what I'm saying. And then how are we here? Why are you on? And I say this respectfully. You know I fuck with you. So I'm trying to figure out what prompted you to come on to this show today and do all of this shit.
Because
that's just being real. Because you keep personal shit personal. If you don't want, and the first thing you said is, I don't want the internet to blast me. So I'm like, okay, if that's the case,
come on the internet with it?
Then why? What are we do? What is the point of what are we doing here?
It's already there. I've been being threatened about this. This ain't the first time, Rollo, and your family. And I understand the aspect that where you're coming from.
So what was your goal?
At the same time, Rollo,
what was your goal tonight?
If somebody tells me that I'm banned for something that's under my name and I'm getting and they're telling me this, yeah, I'm gonna come on here and I'm gonna speak my half and I'm gonna defend myself.
Okay, so that answers my question. That right there answers my question. That's all I was trying to figure out. Okay, why? Like, okay, how do we get here?
But I've been told you that this man said on the podcast yesterday.
What man?
I'm gonna answer Rollo's question first.
Well, we're gonna leave the day out of it because if we we talking about that, then everything's on the table.
Like that, kinfolk, like that don't even make no sense because I told you already what happened.
He just asked you a question though. This man asked you a question. He just asked. Niggas is just asking questions. We're asking questions.
And like I said, I'm not only asking. It's not just me asking. You go back and read the comments. Niggas wanted to know what the fuck we doing here, because most people come in here to get the music played. They want to know what the fuck was we doing. Like we just was dealing with a situation in the community, or we currently are still dealing with a situation in the community you understand what I'm saying? So then all of a sudden we got another one. We trying to figure out how the fuck did we get here today? If all the charges are dismissed or whatever, how and why are we talking about that shit today? If that shit if it don't exist, that's what everybody in the comments is asking. Like, what the fuck is we doing here?
Let me answer.
The people in the comments want to know how you became involved.
If I've been on this podcast with you for 2 hours, every time a new person hop on this podcast, you want me to re-answer something that they can go back and listen to?
No, you've answered like 6 questions. You haven't answered most of these questions that are being brought up.
That's why I'm telling y'all, like, Rollo, I already told you that this man yesterday told me that I needed to present my paperwork because supposedly I had sexual charges under my name. I don't have sexual charges under my name. So I have the right
to how it got to that.
Because I said what I said in the podcast. Like everybody has to.
What did you say?
No, hey, I understand, but I just now got an understanding about 5 minutes ago. I didn't understand. I didn't understand that before. So I understand now, but I had to get clarification. Like,
that if you're gonna accuse me of something and you're gonna put it out there on your podcast,
you're gonna tell your story. You're gonna tell your story before somebody else tells it for you.
Of course, but if you claim that I got something that I don't got, then here, no, I don't. And you're trying to blackball me. I'm blackballed.
Were they asking you about your charges, or did they say you had those charges?
That's what he said. When we was in the thing, I told him everybody has a right to their own opinion. So when that man was in there talking about that situation,
let me see my phone.
My opinion, like that brother still has a right to express his story, whether millions of people believe it or not. He has a right to express his side, whether you want to hear it or not, or whether you believe it or not. You know what I mean? That's how podcasts work. You get both sides of the story. But in y'all's aspect, yes, I heard why you saying what you're saying. You know what I mean? But if I come in a podcast and I'm in your prosper fog and you saying what you're saying, I can have a difference of opinion on a podcast. That's why you have a podcast. But you don't get mad to that extent when I'm telling you about my life and why I'm coming from the perspective that I'm coming from. If you get on this prosper fog or even podcast.
Hey, this ain't the prosper fog, man. This is not the Hatrix.
That's not what I said. I said, if you're in a prosper fog, you can state your opinion. You can have a difference of opinion in a prosper fog. You understand me?
Well, this ain't that. I mean, it wasn't the show you was on yesterday. Was the prosper fog?
Okay, well, let me reiterate. Let me change the word. Audience. If I'm the audience and I have a difference of opinion, I can have that because I'm on a podcast. But if you ask me why?
It don't matter if you're on a podcast or not. You can have a difference of opinion, regardless.
If I have a difference,
it's just about being respectful. You got to respect house rules. Period. We go into your house, we gonna respect your rules, or you gonna tell us to get the fuck out.
Well, listen. If is your house rules that I have to agree with what you say?
Nah, my house rules is you got to talk to me at an even tone. The moment we get to yelling and raising our voices, hey, we got to step outside and I get to go back in. You may not.
Hey, listen, Rollo. I don't look at myself no less than anyone. So if you talk to me a certain way and I'm telling you in a calm voice and in a good manner, my opinion, and you start getting heightened up about it, then that ain't got nothing to do with me. That has something to do with you not being able to take a difference of opinion on your podcast. Period.
No one on here is getting hyped up.
I'm not talking about y'all. Y'all asked me how this came to be. That's how it came to be. I was on a podcast yesterday. My opinion, and the person got heightened. Look, that's my opinion. I am a type of person where I feel like everybody deserves to share their side of their story.
That's facts.
And that's what I said.
That's facts. But when you do that, you open yourself up from the left, from the right, from the top, and from the bottom. You got to cover your shit. At that point in time, you got to cover your shit because you opened yourself up to that. So you can't get mad when there's 6 of us on here with 6 different personalities, right? Right. So what you telling me, I may get it, and that's just us on the panel. There's another 42 people, however many people's in the comments.
I'm not even saying that, Rollo. Are you saying that I was the person that got heightened? Because I didn't get heightened.
I ain't saying nothing. What I'm saying is this. I'm saying we all different people. We all got different perspectives. My nigga Yogi, he wear glasses. I don't wear glasses. He might see something I don't see, and vice versa. You understand what I'm saying? So if a motherfucker got a question, especially if you go in a public setting, you're opening yourself up for ridicule, for commentary, for questions. That's all I'm saying. You can't get mad at it. You can't get mad about it.
I didn't get mad about it. What I'm saying is that I don't understand why.
But I think the thing is that you're portraying everybody else to be mad. Ain't nobody mad. Ain't nobody like we sitting here trying to figure this shit out. We trying to. You're here. Tell your story, but it can't be a one-sided conversation because that's not what a conversation is. Like people are gonna ask you questions and people are gonna respond to the comments that you make. So it ain't no harm in foul in that. That's just what we doing. That's why I say, take the tension out of it and tell your story. We trying to figure it out. Don't get upset when a motherfucker come at you and be like, okay, well, wait a minute, that shit didn't make sense. Back it up. Let's take it from the top. That's what you're here to do. Is to clarify and justify your position in whatever the fuck fashion that you're trying to do it in.
Okay, so all right, so let me say it again, Rollo. Let me say it again since you didn't hear me the initial time. I just said it. You know what I mean? You want me to say it again?
I don't need you to say anything again that you don't want to say. I'm just saying you come if you're all I'm saying is if you're gonna be here, baby, Enjoy yourself. We not here to make no enemies. We not here for no tension. So relax that shit. You came on the show. You want to talk your shit, talk your shit. But don't get mad when niggas start talking shit back to you, because we here to talk shit. That's what we doing.
Rollo, you're not here to talk shit to me about nothing that I'm here to prove. Do you understand me? Like when you came at me right now, you came at me like I'm supposed to be on that podcast.
If I got a question, I'm gonna ask the question, and you know that. If I got a question, I'm gonna ask the question.
That wasn't no question though, Rollo. That wasn't no question. You telling me like I'm not supposed to be on that podcast, state my opinion.
No, I did ask you a question, and you got upset. You know, you want to know the question that I did ask you? I said, did somebody else take a charge? Did somebody else go to jail for it? Did somebody else take that charge? You got upset. You got upset because I asked you that.
We at this moment right now though, like I'm talking about what you just initially told me. I already answered that for you.
I'm saying in general, the general perception is that you came on here for whatever reason to address the situation. I ain't gonna say whatever reason, because now I know. So you came on here to address the situation because another motherfucker called you out about the shit. So you can, I don't even, if it didn't happen on this show, I don't know why you came on this show to address it. You should have addressed it on that same platform, but we're here. So you came on here to address it. Now we're all like, okay, we don't even know why you're on the show to do, like, why are you putting yourself out there? But okay, obviously if you're gonna put yourself out there, we got some questions about the shit because these are serious allegations. Wait a minute, what the fuck is going on? Probably the same alertness that you had with your daughter. Wait a minute, what the fuck is going on? I'm gonna ask some questions.
Right. Well, she didn't ask too many questions on that shit right there.
So that's all we saying. It ain't no animosity behind the shit. It's that you came on a public platform, and that's what we gonna do. And it might be to help you out because a lot of people might be a little bit confused as to what the fuck is going on. Why is she on here telling on herself? If she ain't like, what the fuck is like? Are you telling on yourself or ain't you telling on yourself? You did it. You didn't do it. Like we trying to help you out because in the comments, niggas is confused about what the fuck is happening right now. Why did you involve yourself? You said it. Okay, now it makes sense. So people understand, right? Before, we just see you getting on here talking about you got some charges and they was dismissed or they weren't charges and like it don't make sense. It didn't add up because we was on somebody that charges were and are official.
You've been sitting here this whole time, so this talk that you've been with me, you've been sitting here this whole time, so this talk that you've been having with me, I didn't already explain that to you. That's why I said what I said. Like, kinfolk, I didn't already told you that I was on this show with this man, and he said that I had sexual harassment charges on me, and I came on here.
I agree. You have had that conversation, but what I'm trying to reiterate to you is it's not just me and you having a conversation. This is a public platform. There are other people that are tuned in, not even the people that you see on this screen, right? 1, 2, 3, there's 6 of us on the screen. I don't know how many people's in the comments. I am reading the comments. I keep seeing the same question over and over. How did we get here? Can we get a recap? What the fuck is she doing on here? So I'm just letting you know that, hey, look, people are confused as to what the fuck is happening. Can you take it from the top so we can get some clarification? That's all I'm saying. If you don't want to talk about it, then that's your right. I'm not forcing you to say anything you don't want to do. All I'm saying is there are questions and people trying to figure out what the fuck does this have to do with anything, because you basically came on here and said, well, I went through this shit, but it didn't amount to anything at the end, because it was like we spent 2.5 hours talking about what and for what.
It's like a graveyard. It's a lot of holes.
You understand what I'm saying? You don't have no charges, or do you? If you don't, then what the fuck are you doing on here? What are we doing?
What is there to clear up then?
Thank you.
You get what I'm saying? I appreciate it. Like you don't have no charges. Cool. That's respectful. That's respectful, and that's commendable. And I hope it always stays like that.
That's the point, Yogi. Did you not put no type of detail in the thing at all, like the post or anything, that I'm here to clarify some type of charges that was said about me yesterday? You didn't put nothing up there for none of the guests?
We did, but if we talking about the situation, we're gonna talk about the situation.
Everybody didn't see that. Everybody don't see that. Some people can't even fucking read.
They don't always read my.
Some people just tune in and can hear. You get what I'm saying? Again, it's not just us on the live.
No, I don't want to start.
What I want you to do, Ray Lynn, so you understand where I'm coming from, is I want you to go back later on and just go through the comments so you'll see what the fuck I'm saying.
In the comments.
There we go.
People in the comments like, what's going on?
What the fuck is this nigga Rollo talking about?
I mean, hold on. Let's just clear this up right fucking now. She was in the comments
talking about that
show, which was the Ox. She was not a guest on the Ox. She was in the comments of the Ox.
Okay.
So let's just get that clear right now. Shout out to my motherfucking brother, nigga. She was in the comments. She was not a guest. She was not on the platform. She was in the comments. So just before we move on, I just want to get that clear. I know a lot of people are getting confused. What show she was on? What show? This, that. It was the Ox, but she was not on the show. She was in the comments.
Yeah. Say it louder. Say it louder, big dog. Say for real. Big. I'm being for real. Say it louder because you.
She was in the comments. She was in the comments of the Ox. She wasn't a guest on that show. She was like in the comments, like how somebody's in our comments right now. Like she was in the comments of the show, and they addressed her in the.
Okay, bet. There we have it. See, that's all. Niggas just trying to get clarification. Shit, where the fuck did this shit come from? Because you didn't have nothing to do with nothing. Niggas is denouncing a whole other different. You know,
different type of dialogue. Right
well, that's my brother. But like, you know what I'm saying? I went back and watched that episode when I was at work, and she was in the comments. I don't know why.
See that chat down there? I wouldn't have no problem answering shit.
She was in the comments of the show, and apparently they addressed her in the comments. So like maybe they saw
everybody just breathe. We all good. Everybody just breathe. This the late hour show. Big Arizona shit. Big AZ shit.
Where we man?
Big LA, stand there for 2 seconds. Big AZ shit.
Hold on. Everybody in the comments, I want y'all to understand, we do not support predators on this podcast. Predators don't get no respect on the late hour show. We don't fuck with predators.
That's facts.
I want everybody to know that. We don't support predators. We don't support that shit.
Not at all.
No, y'all niggas know how y'all niggas know how we rocking on South Phoenix, my nigga. We not condoning no predators or no predator shit, especially not me. We not going for none of that. So don't get it fucked up. We don't give a fuck about predators over here. We don't want to hear none of that shit, my nigga. You proven predator. I don't want to hear none of that. So I just want to get that clear. For the how many 5 of us on the screen, all my hosts right here. I gotta put the host in brother so y'all know for 5 of us, for all five of the hosts of the late hour show that's on the screen right now. Hello, we do not condone.
Hello,
right?
Hello,
thank you.
Honey.
I don't know.
Take a shot. Let's take a shot. There's a lot of animosity in this motherfucker.
A lot of testosterone.
Ain't none of us. Hey, look, ain't none of us got 2 charges. So what the fuck is everybody fucking up tight for? Shit.
I'm just saying because
you got your chain. You good?
The only time I got confused was like because she sounded like she fought her charges. You know, she did fight her charges, my nigga. Ain't know that she like tried. She fought her charges. She took her shit to trial. Hey, AK, kick her out of here, because I don't know if her shit is spinning or if that's just me, nigga. But if her shit is spinning, boot her, nigga.
That's just you.
Oh.
Oh shit, we gonna see where it's at. Lil bro got he got some lines he had to draw right quick, and he drew them motherfuckers.
Well, I mean, I just want everybody to be clear, like, you know, the Late Hour Show podcast is a group effort. Shout out AK Oxy, BDS a bitch, Big LA, DJ Rollo. So like, you can't come on here and talk crazy to any 5 of us. You know, we not.
But it's over with. It's over with.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish what he's saying. You can't come in and talk crazy to any 5 of us because we riding as a team.
Yeah, my nigga done pull the plug on himself, did he?
Like that's not a good look for you. You
see, that's why. That shit right there. That right there. When you fuck up, when you get excited, you fuck up. When you get excited, you fuck up. Where the logo? Tap in.
Here you go.
He'll be right back. Don't do my nigga. Don't do my nigga. He can be
I'm
right
just being
back.
for real. That's hey, stay focused, nigga. We trying to stay focused.
I ain't gonna lie to you. When you said stand down, the boy, I was finna get on her helmet one good time and
Hey,
say,
shout out
believe it, fuck
Patrice.
it.
Shout out Patrice Cooper. Shout out Walker.
We good.
Shout out everybody. Yeah,
I
all I'm
feel it,
saying is,
bro.
bro,
But you don't come on the next
don't
motherfucker platform
And
on no goofy shit. You know what I'm saying?
the nigga Brandon Beck,
my
you know, I think
nigga.
he greatest point.
And then
he
you
had
call
a
yourself
point,
trying to
my
low
nigga.
key. Then you low key
Because
trying to side check one of the hosts. Like you're
no,
not gonna talk to
look.
me this way. Like what?
Nah, look, my nigga, because everybody know how I rock on how we rock. I ain't even gonna say how we not saying this is you can't come on this podcast like nigga, you can't come on here talking crazy to nothing. That nigga on this screen, I'm checking that shit at the door. So you know you can't talk to Rollo crazy. No, you can't talk to AK Oxy. I'll be looking at the white boy. I'm gonna talk to him crazy. I'm checking you on that. You can't talk to BDS the Bridge crazy. You can't talk to Big LA crazy. Definitely don't even look his direction crazy because I'm checking that. I'm checking that at the screen.
and that nigga, yeah, and my nigga Yogi boy, he turned up boy for less, boy. So
but all I'm saying is, my nigga, if we keep it respectful with you and you come on this platform,
be the same way.
Especially if a motherfucker contacted me and said, I want to come on your platform and I open the doors, okay? Then be respectful to all of these gentlemen you see on, I was going to call them niggas, but be respectful to all of these gentlemen you see here on the screen. Or you can get the fuck up out, of here. It's very simple. There's no in between here. Either you respectful or me or AK Oxy, because AK Oxy might boot you before I can. Because I see Raylene ain't on here, so I don't know what happened. But all I'm gonna say is you can get booted and you can get booted by more than one person. And
Hey, I'm gonna just say this. I did not boot her. She just again could not answer another fucking question.
No, I don't think this. No, I don't think. I think her phone died. I think her phone died. Or did you? Nobody booted her.
No, her phone.
Yeah, because
her phone probably.
I seen her motherfucking
her phone probably died. But none of
I really think.
She had a new school flip phone. Y'all, hey, y'all knock it off. She had a new school flip phone.
I mean, as far as what she what she came on here to do, I guess was to
cloud chase, be seen, have 15 minutes.
I'm gonna
say that.
What's to prove? Hold on. Let me finish. Her goal was to come on here and prove she didn't have sexual abuse charges. So we proved that. I mean, on a lot of other subjects, was there? The number one thing I wanted to clear up is she was not a guest on that show. That she was in the comments. That's like if we get into it, I'm gonna use you as an example. Where first name I'm gonna see. That's like T Murdoch. That's like if we say some shit, T Murdoch comment, and we say some shit to T Murdoch, and he go do an interview about it on Big LA's platform. Just to give you an example, that's kind of like what happened.
But I mean, for what?
I mean, I'm just giving you an example because she felt like she had to prove.
No. I understand the example. I even asked her.
I think.
Even Rollo
I
said
think this is where I think I don't know why AK took himself off of the screen.
His computer.
No, he over there getting hot.
I would say
they got him hot.
I think what happened is, bro, is that I don't know if she's like friends with Buddy, but I mean, it kind of sounded like she was, because even when I was looking at the other show's comments, I mean, it looked like she was low key. I mean, she was doing things like she was kind of defending or trying to give him a reason. I don't know. But I mean, that looked like what but no. I'm saying this is what I was seeing when I watched what I watched, like that looked like the reaction, like people felt like she was, if you want to say, defending Pyro.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that, you know, that's just from what I saw. Like I said, I didn't watch the whole full entire episode. I watched probably like, I don't know, maybe like 30, 45 minutes or longer of the episode and shit, you know, watching the comments and shit. And that's kind of what I was able to get from like watching that episode. I don't know what the fuck AK is doing, but this nigga's true. How many people are backstage? Like, what the fuck is going on?
Oh, he's yeah. He had to take him a drink.
Dog, what is your issue? I'm getting another drink. I just came on my phone.
You already know what is your
I told
issue.
you,
Dog, what is your
that
issue?
laptop died on me. That nigga laptop died.
Better sit back in your body, cuz.
Who is that backstage?
Dog,
Oh, that's right, Leen.
my second Airbnb.
Now this nigga back to the green screen. Now he back on this peace humble shit. All right.
Hey, we gonna have Red Lane back in. I think that's so bad. All right, AK, add her. Can you add her? Are you on your phone?
Can I do this shit off my phone?
If not,
Yeah.
shit. Yeah, I mean, you're gonna have to try to. You can't have to look at Raylene, nigga, that's the person we interviewing. That's her name, nigga.
Check your
That's her
energy
name,
at the
Raylene.
door.
Like I said,
Oh, what I do? Jesus Christ!
He came in to cuss your ass out, dog.
Boy, she gonna go.
No, she probably thought about it. She thought about it. She gonna come in. You know, she had a. You know.
She gonna hit.
Remember,
that inbox and go.
Remember where the fuck you at?
Somebody got that.
We are peaceful people.
Hey, AK, send. I mean, you can join if you want to, man. I guess. Hey, AK, send fucking Princess.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's what I say. I think we need some feminine. We need a feminine perspective, so we don't feel like she being bullied up in here.
She said she want to chill with the niggas. AK, send her the link so she can chill with the niggas, man.
Some people gonna be like, y'all was beating up on that. Y'all was beating up on that pole, baby.
No, we wasn't.
On that pole, man.
No, that wasn't me. That was him over there.
Think she's back. Maybe her.
I ain't the one with the charges, motherfucker.
maybe her phone is like fucking. Her phone might be fucking like dying.
Oh shit! I'm usually just here to spin these records, but not today.
Shit!
But not today. This shit got to be addressed.
I don't know what
we ain't and shit. Niggas working. Okay.
I don't know what the fuck happened to AK Oxy, bro.
I feel like motherfucker ducking smoke.
Hey y'all, my
She's
phone.
right here. I don't know if this shit's gonna work or not. But nigga, I added her.
Your phone's messed up.
Oh wait. You guys plug it in.
I don't know. I tell her.
Hold on. The proper etiquette is excuse me. We're gonna have some respect tonight.
Just not adding. AK is backstage. This motherfucker's just not adding himself back into the show.
There you go.
Yo,
you
say it
You
say it too much, bro.
Where you go?
Let's try this again, y'all. Take it from the top.
I'm practicing my front flip.
Hold on.
Y'all, listen. I'm not mad, y'all. Look, I'm a single mother, and I have a son to get home to. So I expected to come here and be questioned, and then like I gotta go. You know what I mean? Like I can't stay on here all night because I gotta get home to my son. It's not like I'm not mad at y'all, Rollo. I'm not mad at you. Like I came on here to let y'all know.
Mad at me.
Sorry, okay, that's it. That's it.
Is AK on here?
She was saying an apology, but the Matrix. You got to say it again, unfortunately, because you got hit with the Matrix, and I'm trying to hear my apology again.
I wasn't apologizing.
Oh well, goddamn. Well then mute her ass and let's keep it on. Play the music, loco. Ain't nobody in. What is you on here again? So then, what are you doing back on here?
What do I need to apologize for?
No shit.
Coming over here with all that turbulence. It was a smooth ride, and all of a sudden you come in here with all kinds of turbulence.
AK, go ahead and lean your ass forward, AK.
I didn't come like that. My kinfolk came at me like that. My kinfolk know what the hell. Like, come on now.
Yeah, fly that shit in.
That's my
Fly
kinfolk
that
right
shit
there.
in.
What you talking about? You come at me, you already know kinfolk.
You still got a chance to make a safe landing, soft landing, whatever you want to call it.
You talk
Oh,
about
we doomed. Oh, we doomed. Y'all buckle up and kiss your busted bye.
Hey, I got to check it.
So look,
Yo, bro.
I have a son to get home to. I'm a single mother. You ask your questions. And
Looking comfortable in a motherfucker.
if they have
All right,
questions, they can go back and they can re-listen to the show. But me, I have to get home to a child, a kid, a teen. You know what I mean? So that's why
Well,
I'm
at least
leaving.
you ain't got no charges. But
You know what I mean? Thank
but we still got some other ones in the community that do, and we got to go on ahead and address that shit. You want to address that shit with us? You want to go ahead and address that shit? Us while we on you will shit. You been over there, nigga. You got some files. You got your shit, nigga. You know what you done seen. Let's talk about the shit they really want to know. Well, shit, what the fuck you done seen over there, huh?
You ain't shit over there.
You done had a set of eyes up in that motherfucker. What's really going down?
So look.
You know something. You know something. Your whole facial expression changed up real quick.
You don't let me talk.
Rollo, why?
Niggas don't even blush. You blushing? Find out.
Don't do that. I'm not that type of person, Rollo. I'm not getting.
He ain't even say
I
all
know.
that though.
I know.
You know what I'm talking about.
But he didn't say all that though. I'm grown.
I know.
Ain't
It's not what you say, it's how you say it. It's not what you say. You got to be, you got to smooth that shit out. You got to smooth that shit out.
You want me to answer your question?
Not really.
I'm on what my nigga BDS on.
I'm trying to move past this shit, to be honest. You ain't. I don't know what the fuck you're even doing here tonight, other than kicking it with the big dogs.
No, what I'm doing tonight is because I was brought here tonight. That's what I'm doing here tonight, Rollo.
Okay, well, shit.
So what? Who was brought here?
I came here on my own business, kinfolk, my own interview, and I could do that because I'm grown, kinfolk.
I'm not mad at you from being over here. I'm just saying, we here to have a good time, whatever it is. If you ain't got no charges, then let's celebrate, nigga. You ain't got no motherfucking charges. Keep it that way.
Thank
but
you.
we still got some shit we got to address because we got some niggas in the community that do got some charges. You understand what the fuck I'm talking about?
Yeah, I will say this, like
I gotta get home, but you
we got to get on
over there. I did business over there. I did my platform over there. You know what I mean? I did my interview over there. I took my pictures over there, and
what kind of pictures?
The man was
you
nice.
You got to clarify these days.
I mean,
was the doors locked or unlocked?
The door was unlocked at the time.
Okay, cool. Then you don't sound like you had a decent time over there. It sounded like it was a good opportunity for you over there, huh?
It was
you ain't shit. Yo,
it was all
big head motherfucker.
Whoa.
That's brothers. Okay, well, shit. I ain't putting no innuendos on there. Shit, there ain't no innuendos. A good time is a good time,
LA.
But what
LA,
I can't
you don't know what I got coming this way, bro.
I can't say, bro, that when I was over there, I arrived, I did my interview.
So y'all
I left.
Whoa, that's a little extreme.
You got your content though.
Hold on.
What you said?
Let me ask you that, because there's some other shit there's some other shit that didn't get addressed. Did you get your content, or were you?
Listen. I didn't want my content. My content
shit.
Let me finish.
I ain't saying nothing but shit.
My content is on his website, which is what he had told me before the interview.
So you abided by it. Y'all had an agreement.
Yeah, that was the agreement. He tells everybody the same thing. Your stuff will be on the website. If you do an interview, your stuff is always on his website. He tells everybody.
I didn't say. Look. I didn't say that was right or that was wrong. I just said, hey, let the people know if that's what's going on. Let the people know. So therefore, you heard it right here, nigga. You go over there and you do some shit. It's on his shit. You ain't getting your shit unless you got unless you got an agreement that say otherwise.
It was an interview,
and that's cool.
It was.
Hold on. We're not promoting.
We not promoting no type of activity. Look.
Yeah, we don't promote predators. Yeah, that's right. Number one, we're not promoting no predators on my podcast.
Hell
no. Hell no.
If we talking about said, if
I'm not
we
reading.
talking about said person, yeah, we don't advertise in business
At all.
Yeah, I can't even see what they're saying. But if you ask me, like, what did I do over there? I was given an interview. I went. I did my interview.
I still feel like that's like
I really don't. Raylene. We not broadcasting none of his services on this.
Well, Ronald asked me. He asked me. So.
Well, I apologize.
Hey, y'all gonna stop saying my name? Stop snitching. I ain't saying shit.
I asked you that question.
There you
This
go.
nigga said we are not broadcasting any of
we don't broadcast any of the service. I don't support predator. Riley, stop asking her about that predator. Hey, we don't want to.
Let's talk about something else.
Yeah, how about we talk about something else? None of that shit makes sense.
What y'all want to talk about?
Anyway.
What we talking about? 'Cause somebody said they had to go home.
What y'all want to talk about?
Oh no.
Something that actually makes sense.
I hear you. Don't none of this shit. We ain't shit. That
saying,
old shit.
Just saying.
Hey, after the last 2 hours and 35
It's been about a week since anything made. It's been about a week since anything made sense. Shit was all good just a week ago.
I mean, I feel that. I feel that.
Are you done, Yogi?
Sure. I mean, if you done, you can go and help her.
Yeah.
The episode ain't done.
I'm not gonna sit here and discuss Power Road. I already said that. That's not what this interview was about.
And you just said cuz.
We doing this.
I know it didn't make any sense. Just saying.
I said I didn't want to broadcast his services on here because we're shutting him down. We're shutting him down.
I said I'm not going to be discussing Power Road. This interview is about me.
Why don't you just go ahead and stay a while? Raylene, stay a while and take a couple of shots with us. We don't want to talk about that bullshit no more.
I did tell you you will possibly.
I'm definitely not discussing. I don't know who you are, but I'm not.
What you want to discuss?
Nobody has to. I mean, you don't have to discuss Power Road. I mean,
you can just sit here and have a drink with us.
His shit is in black. His shit is in black.
Okay, Raylene, sing us a tune. Can we get a tune? Can we get a tune? Hit a tune, because the niggas want to hear some music. Can you sing us a bedtime tune? A lullaby, ain't that what it's called?
That would be dope. A lullaby.
That you get what I'm saying? If you want to come on here and promote some shit, let's go.
Sing that lullaby, baby girl.
You see. Okay, now listen to the DJ.
What you want me to sing?
Let's go.
Think about something. I'll sing a cover for somebody.
There you go.
I'll sing Candlelight by Tony Braxton. That's the song I always sing.
All right, take a deep breath and get to it.
Yeah, I was about to say, let's go.
At this point, we need some type of producer.
This nigga said, take a breath and get to it.
Hey, that's some real shit.
I like this nigga.
And it never feels right. I toss and turn each night till the morning light, but just the thought of you sends chills up and down my spine. Just knowing you'll be here real soon makes everything alright. Candlelight, it makes it special. Me and you on a rare occasion. Candlelight, a special night. Seeing you is a sweet, yeah.
That's what we needed.
Squeezing me close to your heart.
Shadows in
Why we ain't just start the show with this?
Of your kiss in every part. And
It's an I for me, dog.
And I will always love you. Now that's what the fuck I'm talking about. Come on here with that good energy, girl. Come on here like you got some sense. Loco,
I'm fucking weak.
back to you.
I wouldn't say it's a no, but I would say it's an I for me, dog.
Damn.
Hey, we
So
gonna-
we're getting right to the meat and potatoes.
Oh.
Yogi, she said we're getting right to the meat and potatoes.
Dun dun dun.
We're gonna let's put some music on.
And next time on.
Yeah, let's
This looking a little dark, right?
hold on, real quick.
What the fuck is going on in the neighborhood?
That's my honest
Bro,
opinion.
you niggas are you
I like her
niggas
voice.
whatever, bro.
I like her voice. Shit.
Princess,
You did good. You did good. You did good.
I wasn't bad. That's why I didn't say like
Yeah,
Randy
yeah,
would.
yeah,
It's a
yeah,
no
but
for me,
simple.
dog.
Yeah,
I
baby.
said it's an I for me.
What you mean?
I said it's
Oh
an I
shit.
for me.
Oh shit.
No,
I'm keeping it real.
She
You
done
did
snuck
all
one.
right,
She
baby
done come
girl.
in
You
here
did
and
all
tried to
right.
pop her shit.
That's all it. You did all right.
In the left corner, we
can't-
got
I can't-
Raylene. In the right, we got Princess.
I can't I'm
Ding ding
faded and I
ding.
can't-
Protect yourself at all times.
Hold up. Stop the
I
whip.
can't
Hold
hear
up.
everybody talking
Hold
at
up.
the
Stop.
same fucking
Duck,
time.
nigga, duck.
Hold up. Can I talk? Can I talk? Can I
I'm
talk?
about to mute everybody.
I'm
Goddammit.
always
Jesus
somebody that's
Christ.
gonna keep it 100.
Do that.
Hold
Do that.
on, stop.
Do that.
Let me say something.
Hey,
I'm not gonna be
AK,
rude.
AK,
Can I
Hold on, hey,
talk?
hey, hold on.
AK, mute,
No.
AK, mute
Hold on.
everybody.
I can't talk.
AK, mute every fucking body. Mute every
I'm
fucking body in
not
here.
gonna be rude. I'm just
Mute
trying to be real.
everybody in this motherfucker right now.
Thank you.
Okay, if anybody else ain't muted, mute them. Hey, look, man. Hey, we gonna talk one at a time, but we ain't gonna talk at fucking all, okay? Our mute button worked very good around this motherfucker, all right? For the motherfucker still talking inside, we'll boot your asses right the fuck on off. If we gonna talk, it's gonna be one person at a motherfucking time. It's all right. I see y'all lips motherfucking moving. We gonna talk one at a time, or you niggas can go. Too faded for this shit. Okay?
I bet I can click
So
the
we're
button
gonna
faster,
talk at
Rollo.
one fucking time.
I bet I
or
can hit
get
it faster,
the
Rollo.
fuck up out of here. So are y'all able to talk one at a fucking time? Because
Yes, I am.
I didn't have way too many tequila shots for it to be 5 niggas talking, and it's just too much. Okay, I'm gonna
What
start
you mean, bro,
kicking
bro?
niggas off.
We
It's too
talking
much.
one at a time.
All right, that's all I want.
Them niggas just got into shit.
All this. What that motherfucker said? All this. Shit, no, Nick got that, no damn, goddamn all that. All right, let's talk one at a time. We all adults. If we can't do the shit like adults, god damn it, we gonna cue the music.
I'm saying we cute.
Everybody can unmute their mics now. Now let's just keep it one at a fucking time, please.
And like I was saying,
here he go.
Yeah. Tone it on down. Smooth that shit on out.
No. You gotta come on your camera to have all that
Smooth
you just came in with, brother. You gotta be your camera gotta be
delayed out.
I just want niggas to talk one at a time because like I'm really faded. Like that shit like annoying as fuck, bro. Like one at a time. I'm trying to listen to 4 niggas talk all at once, but I almost took my headphones off. Like that's ridiculous. AK don't want to hear that shit either.
No.
And he the only other person besides me who has to listen to that shit.
Who next? Who got something to say?
Yeah, whoever got something to say, please, motherfucker, say it. Y'all gotta unmute y'all mics now.
I'm gonna just wait my turn.
No, Princess, you first, man.
Whoever want to talk,
No, I don't need to talk first because she's the one that did it. So I want her to talk to me and tell me what I asked her. Like, I asked you a plain question. Like, I'm hoping that there's no issue because I seen what you did. So I'm asking you, like, if there is, Let's be aware.
You see
This
what
shit
I did?
getting good, nigga.
What
This
did I
shit
do?
really getting good.
What I did? What I did?
No, stop it, Rolo.
What's the matter, baby boy?
I'm a woman, you're a woman. We right here. Like if there's an
I'm
issue.
on the charger, man. I ain't gonna fucking tell you this game.
I can't hear you. My fault. Yogi's talking. My bad. I can't hear you.
My bad. I was talking to my son. I'm about to
Nah, you good, my nigga. You good. You good. You good.
I can hear both of y'all. Get to saying what y'all got to get to saying.
No,
This
I
shit getting
can't
good.
hear her, so I can't respond to her if I can't hear her. Is my point.
All right, go ahead, Raylene.
I said, so I had seen what she did in her camera when I made that statement, and I said, me and her as women, we know. So when I looked at her and she did it again, so that's why I said, oh, baby girl, like
Did what though? Did what?
Listen, baby girl, if there's an issue, let me know is what I'm asking you.
But what did I do? I'm asking you what I did. Tell me what I did.
Okay, you didn't do nothing then. Let's get back to what we was talking
so
about.
Then there's another fucking question that you have not answered. Tell me what I did. Tell me what I did. Please, all respectfully. Sorry, I did not mean to swear at you. My fault. But seriously, tell me what I did. What did I do?
I just explained to you what you did by your body language, but I mean, if you want me to tell you again,
No. My body language was going towards Yogi because I was on mute and I was trying to have respect. So I was saying, all right, put my hand up, like I'm a back off. I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna be respectful. You don't know what my movements is meaning because you don't know who I am.
You know what I mean?
Point blank, period.
So
none of my movements have anything to do with you. That's the thing. The world don't revolve around you, baby girl. Okay? So my point is when I said what I said was you lied. I didn't say that you sucked. I didn't say that you can't rap, you can't whatever. I said was
body language. And I
why not take that? Not everybody's gonna like your shit. Not everybody's gonna be your cup of tea. You ain't gonna be everybody else's cup of tea. Point blank, period.
Hey, Rollo, because you know I'm not done, bro. You know I'm not done.
Hold on real quick.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. I'm just letting you know it is what it is. And what it is not what you think it is.
Okay.
My
Raylene
was towards Yogi to show him respect. Showing him respect during the silence of us being muted, my nigga. I was showing him respect during our silence of muteness, like my fault. Because I was over talking.
Just talking when you did it. You was just talking when you did it. So that's why I said if you want to sit here and say you didn't do it, say you didn't do it.
Can't tell me what I did though.
I explained to you already because you had said something and I responded and then I looked at you and you went like this. So I said, like if there's an issue, baby girl, like if you got an issue with me, we can talk like
what though?
Because I'm a queen like that. You a queen like that too. But
put it on the floor then.
I know you ain't gotta tell me shit. My name's Princess for a motherfucking reason. But my point is, when like what?
Put that shit on the floor then.
Be a princess. You seen what you did, and I'm gonna tell you what you did. And since you're saying you didn't do it,
shit. I literally voiced my opinion when you was done singing, and I said instead of what? Hold on. Instead of saying like Randy would say, it's a no for me, dog. I said it's a I gave you some motherfucking props, and you still mad about it. You still mad about me giving you some type of props? Like, come on, get your shit together, my nigga. Get your shit together. Just get your shit together, my nigga. You can't get your case together. You can't get your music together. Get your whole shit together, my nigga.
Loco, clip this up. Clip this up,
nigga. Get your shit together.
For sure.
Your mic ain't muted now.
Oh no.
Oh shit.
Get your shit together, my nigga. Get your shit.
Oh shit, no. Raylene done took a sip of that water. Now watch the shit. She done took a sip of that water. Oh shit. Here it comes.
Take a nap. Take a nap. Sleep on
Riley has been knocked out. Riley has been knocked out. She's down. 10, 9.
Fucking play with me. Get the fuck out of here. Like, what the fuck? Was I wrong?
Don't put your
Was
finger
I
up in the air
wrong?
like this one
I
more
ain't
time.
fucking with y'all, man.
Put your finger in the air like this one more time, Miss Lady.
Was I wrong though? No, my heart is fucking beating out of my chest right now. Was I wrong? Like, was I wrong?
I got a lot of my body there. I got a lot of my body there. I was having a good time. But y'all can put it, on the floor, okay?
Anybody else want to step up?
Put that shit on the motherfucking floor.
Oh shit! She called it. Hey. And I'll take all comers.
Hey man, look.
At this point, I'm motherfucking ready.
She's cool.
Ready.
Look. I she said
Bro,
she in
put
there
this
for
shit on
another
the
round.
floor,
What's
bro.
happening?
Put it on the floor.
Anybody else got something to say? Let's go.
Put that shit on the floor then.
Put it on the
No, but was I wrong though? Was I wrong?
Yeah, you was there was like 25%. You know, there were some low blows in there. There was a couple of low blows in there. But you smooth that shit out. You smooth that shit out. The judge didn't see it. I did, but the judge didn't see it.
I didn't see shit.
I didn't see it. Let me tell you, because the judge, I was over here. Hey, look, I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. Because as soon as DJ Rallo said that, put it on the floor, like majority of that conversation, I was over here talking about put it on the floor.
Somebody check on Ray Lee. She still got a post.
Bro, I was over here like put it on the floor.
Don't nobody need to check on her. She's a grown woman. She's a grown woman, like she said, and she take care of hers. So don't nobody need to check on her. She grown. She alright.
I hope you didn't hurt. I hope you didn't hurt her vocal cords. We gonna need those.
Y'all ain't shit.
We gonna need those over here. We still working.
Once again, like I said, her vocal cords will fucking.
She came over here on gangster mode. She said, "Hey, look here, motherfucker."
I was waiting to get in this
Princess
motherfucker.
seen what I was talking about when I said cut this lady.
I didn't lost, but it's probably like my 6th shot. Like I don't know why I'm even sick.
I got way more than 6 shots, my nigga. Catch up.
I think, hey, AK, add her back. I'm too drunk for this shit.
I'm about to take another shot. I'm about to add her back. Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? Why are we adding her back though?
Hey,
why we adding her back though?
She want her back fade. Shit. You ain't finna just come over here to do shit. My motherfucking out shit. Give me my shit. Let me find out you got some company back there. You wanna got your twin. I know how y'all niggas roll.
Boy,
that ain't even Ray Leen. That's what y'all don't know. That what you don't know. They done tagged out.
She done tagged somebody in here.
Hey, that ain't even Ray Leen. Hey, judges. Hey, wait a minute. You know she got a twin. Yeah. You know she got a twin. Oh shit. Oh shit. Tag team back again.
Tag team back again.
Put
that shit on the floor then.
This shit is funny.
Hey, let me say this. Like I be getting into it with females, and it's like I always get into it with females when I first meet them, and it's like then they become my best friend. So, like,
so Raylene, what do you have to say for yourself?
Like, what's your favorite scary movie, Sheldon? What's your favorite?
What's your favorite movie? Okay, shit, I can dig it.
What's your favorite scary movie, Princess? You know,
they forming like NATO.
Since you want to start our relationship
NATO is being formed right in front of our very eyes.
Scary movie is actually not a movie; it's a show. It's called You.
Uh-oh.
Shit!
Shit!
No, that's actually a movie.
Yeah, either way,
Shot fired. Shot fired.
Damn! You got knocked the fuck out!
Hey,
You're
that's illegal.
stupid. You're fucking stupid.
That's a flag on the play.
Shit!
That's
what I'm talking about. Them damn low blows. We gotta go back and look at the film for that. That shit was dirty. Dirty.
Either way, what does my favorite scary movie have to do with us supposedly becoming friends?
Oh, okay. Okay, see, that's what see. Okay, well, my bad. Here, look, pause. Here comes the coaching lesson. See, this is what I was trying to tell y'all earlier about perspective and how everybody got a different perspective and how, shit that you say can be taken away. And so we got to clarify the shit that we say. Anyways, continue. Go ahead and say what you got to say.
Keep going. Mad pass. Just keep. Just fucking spitfire on that shit.
How the hell did we land here?
Oh, no, I don't want no. You got it, champ. You got it, champ. You got it, champ. You ain't got. Hey, you ain't got to show me. I done already witnessed your damage. You got it. I ain't got to say, hey, I'm gonna bow down. I'm gonna go ahead and gracefully bow out. You got it. You got it.
This nigga is wild. He's pumped.
How the fuck did we end up here?
I don't know, man. I just wanted to join and chill with the niggas. That's why I jumped in.
Do y'all need some music or something? How the fuck did we end up here?
We having a good time. This is what we call fun.
I mean, how did we get here?
I don't know, but all of a sudden I'm being asked what my favorite scary movie is, so I feel like the fucking Scream characters on the screen.
Come on now, yo.
I'm about to play a song.
I think my phone's about to ring. My phone's about to ring.
Your phone about to ring.
Call me and ask me what my favorite scary movie is.
What? Oh shit, Big Polly.
Can y'all save me? Can y'all save me? Because I feel like my phone about to ring.
Jesus Christ.
Oh Lord, we see what we did. See what we did. We always doing good things and bringing people together and positive energy over here on the late hour show. Don't tap in. Okay, ladies, we'll see y'all later. We'll follow up and see how how everything worked out for you.
You are not about to remove me for no reason.
Remove you? Oh, I thought you was on your way to the top.
I never said I was on my way. I said I wanted to come chill with the guys.
Oh, you want to come chill with the guys?
I wanted to come chill with the niggas, yeah. And then I ended up against her.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Y'all know my slogan.
I seen what you did.
I'm just here to spin these records.
Anyways.
Somebody said put it on the floor then.
Put it on the motherfucking floor.
Hey.
Put it on the motherfucking floor.
Play the music. Nigga, play the music.
Play the music, nigga. Exactly. Play the music. What the fuck?
I'm gonna play this Troy. I'm gonna play this.
Going up, man. Play that side figures going up right now, man. We need to be
play that, yeah.
Play that shit. Spin that record, Yogi. Spin that record.
I want to hear side figures. Side figures.
Oh shit! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! That's who you want to hear. Why would you want to do such a thing? Well, why the fuck would you want to do such a thing? Now that's a scary movie.
You trying to play something to lure her back in? Like, what are you doing?
Well, we're fucking drinking soda then. Go drink some water.
She ain't coming back tonight. I think she.
This is side figures going up. That's real weird. Figures that's motherfucker Southside
Bars.
That's better.
Bars, nigga. Leave that nigga alone. Y'all better get y'all head right. This nigga get out that halfway house. Oh my God.
It's going up. I don't give a fuck, nigga. I'm a nut. 3 commas in the bank is a must. Nigga, it's going up. Came a long way from the city bus. Now with 7 different gears on the clutch. What is going on? I do this. Let's go. Told you I do this, I do this, I do this. Told you I do this, I do this, I do this. Told you I do this, I do this, I do this. It's going up.
Ain't no party like a Southside party, cause a Southside party don't stop. Like a Dalmatian, I got a few spots. Flow so clean, I don't even need the mop. I be on the block like Giannis, and that's on mamas. I can get 2 bricks on consignment. Low key, for focus, low mileage. So early in the morning, y'all be still in y'all pajamas. I ain't gotta say shit, you can see the bank slips. Anything I rap about, know I really got it. Y'all be on that fake shit, yapping on the hate tricks like you niggas really got a bag, boy, stop it. When it goes down, I be going up, champagne by the bottle, I don't even want a cup. We ain't gotta talk, baby, I just wanna fuck. And if you got a friend, you already know what's up. Yeah, it's going up. I don't give a fuck, nigga, I'm a nut. 3 commas in the bank is a must. Nigga, it's going up. Came a long way from the city bus, now with 7 different gears on the clutch. What is going up?
I do this, I do this. Told you I do this, I do this, I do this. Told you I do this, I do this, I do this. Told you I do this, I do this, I do this.
It's going up. Flow spitter, dough getter, fresh out the federal, we gorillas. New drip hopping out the G-Wag. A1 credit score, I don't even keep cash. Shorty wanna ride, I told her let's roll. She wanna get high, I told her let's roll. Now she on the hook, she don't wanna let go. Every day, now she text messaging me XOs. No. Mash on a nigga, hit the gas on a nigga, haul ass on a nigga, what? Life is a movie, no lights, no cameras, but I flash on a nigga, what? Go nuts, elevator doors closing, it's about to go up. If I put a thing out, know I'm gon' buck. Yeah, I know it's cops outside, nigga, so what? What?
It's going up.
I don't give a fuck, nigga, I'm a nut. 3 commas in the bank is a must. Nigga, it's going up. Came a long way from the city bus, now with 7 different gears on the clutch. What? It's going up.
I do this, I do this, I do this. Told you I do this, I do this, I do this. Told you I do this, I do this, I do this. Told you I do this, I do this, I do this.
It's going up.
Hey,
it's going up.
Southside Story. Southside Story. All platforms. Deshaun Corey's Southside Story. All platforms.
Fuck that.
Bitch, you. Fuck you, man.
I like that one.
Hey. It's approved. Sound like you got good taste.
That Satchel Page, nigga.
What you say about Satchel Page, right?
Yeah, man. Get them niggas that Torrey, Satchel Page, nigga pitched 163 games in one motherfucking season. Goddamn triple headers, goddamn. You know what I mean?
Hey, let's run it, man. That's Torrey Masters off the Ray Ray album.
Satchel Page. Satchel Page.
Satchel Page.
Satchel Page.
Satchel Page.
Every day. I've visited 160 some ball games on the road. Did it for 3 years straight.
163?
Yeah, straight.
And there were legends that you pitched doubleheaders,
Yes, I did.
which is unheard of.
And then, yes, I used to pitch doubleheaders. Then you play 3 games a day: a morning game, evening game, and a night game.
It's never too late to learn something new or something old. Check the stats. What? Pitch 16s like Satchel Page in a league of her own, but that's okay. Slides on the hood like a stolen base. Everywhere I go, they know my face. Only independent, hitting harder than the major leagues. Gibson up to batters like me in the stew and facing bees. Pitch 16s like Satchel Page in a league of her own, but that's okay. Slides on the hood like a stolen base. Everywhere I go, they know my face. Only independent, hitting harder than the major league. Gibson up to batters like me in the stew and facing bees. Casey on my 50, I ain't talking about the Monarchs. Used to daydream about selling out the Monarch. Only blind people can't find coach in Arizona. $1 million worth of game, I picked it up off the corner. This for us, we ain't even in no rush. Watch it turn gold off touch, so the dark skin willing in no blush. Both legs thick and they hips like what? White pair stripes on the whip like what? Like a J-Route jersey untouched. Both sides top, I never seen no mother. Still try to blend it, but homie, we know us and you ain't us. In the stool, it's gonna be a long inning. All I do is win, that's that Smokey Joe with me. Here's another lesson on how haters don't defend me. Pick wanted to take me out, but they rooting for me now. Pitch 16s like Satchel Page in a league of her own, but that's okay. Slides on the hood like a stolen base. Everywhere I go, they know my face. Only
independent, hitting harder than the major league. Gibson up to batters like me in the stew and facing B. Pitch 16s like Satchel Paige in a league of her own, but that's okay. Slide on the hood like a stolen base. Everywhere I go, they know my face. Only independent, hitting harder than the major league. Gibson up to batters like me in the stew and facing B. Wake up, lace my cleats up, wear my city like a jersey. Turning every session to a home run derby. Amazing like Willie Mays when I be blazing over beats. All these rooms that they don't want to see, we finally got to see me who I be. T-O-U-R-E, king with a 9-4-G. Crane legacy, ain't got no time for a beat with it. Somebody wanna stay, we can fade, we'll breathe. Hilton Smith with the curve. If they ain't seen it, bet they heard. I'm a problem with these words, cause I got it out the dirt. No strikes in the stew, it's gonna be a long inning. All I do is win, that's that Smokey Joe with me. Here's another lesson on how haters don't defend me. Fake wanted to take me out, but they rooting for me now. Pitch 16s like Satchel Paige in a league of her own, but that's okay. Slide on the hood like a stolen base. Everywhere I go, they know my face. Only independent, hitting harder than the major league. Gibson up to batters like me and I'm doing facing B. Pitch 16s like Satchel Paige in a league of her own, but that's okay. Slide on the hood like a stolen base. Everywhere I go, they know my face. Only independent, hitting harder than the major league. Gibson up to batters like me and it's doing facing B.
Fire shit right there.
Shit not right. Shit right.
If I'm dancing to it, it's some fire shit.
See? Might be the Amsterdam too though.
Hey, Toy Master.
On fire.
We about to run one more because we've been on for like 3 hours. Man, my son over here acting like I ain't sitting. He's still
Good thing.
So we're gonna run one more song and I'm gonna get up out of here. I gotta get my child to see what this man.
Copy that.
Podcasting. This is Young Bookie, Yo Mama, man. We're gonna run this and we're gonna get up out of here, man. Shout out Young Bookie.
I'll ask next time.
Yeah, we're gonna be part in the morning for the working days.
I had to tell her to hold on. He finna tell you I be round your mama, cause he ain't the nigga who be round your mama. If you gon' leave me the room with your mama, I might just put a little son in your mama. He finna tell you I be round your mama, cause he ain't the nigga who be round your mama. If you gon' leave me the room with your mama, I might just put a little son in your mama. He finna tell you I be round your mama, cause he ain't the nigga who be round your mama. If you gon' leave me the room with your mama, I might just put a little son in your mama. He finna tell you I be round your mama, cause he ain't the nigga who be round your mama. If you gon' leave me the room with your mama, I might just put a little son in your mama. I had to tell her to hold on, whatever you thinking is risky. She told me the moment was prolonged, so she sent you a birdie to get it. I know you probably been looking for niggas while I'm at the crib with your mama. She told me she like when I lick it, giving me neck while the nigga in trouble. I cover the sound while he doing it. She tryna pull up on me bad now. How they hit her with Shorty V Long, talking about she finna give me a bag now. When the baby ain't got no clothes, went from the talking to texting to touching, and now I got the woman blowing my phone. Before them was doing the same, I was probably inside of her. Nigga was all in his home, beat from the back like I need to be locked down. I done really made a body roll. When I be eating, she look at me crazy like I was something that she needed to own. I had to flip her and get in the belly and know that you want me to stop. I thought about it, see I know, but there was an issue, see. Your mother was a great body, and finna tell you I be round your mama, cause he ain't the nigga who be round your mama. If you gon' leave me the room with your mama, I might just put a little son in your mama. He finna tell you I be round your mama, cause he ain't the nigga who be round your mama. If you gon' leave me the room with your mama, I might just put a little son in your mama. He finna tell you I be round your mama, cause he ain't the nigga who be round your mama. If you gon' leave me the room with your mama, I might just put a little son in your mama. He finna tell you I be round your mama, cause he ain't the nigga who be round your mama. If you gon' leave me the room with your mama, I might just put a little son in your mama. I went from fucking your daughter to getting some pussy from the one who made it. I might just let her get loose with the piece, cause I know she a runner when I make her take it. It be the oldest of women who get a little kick out of fucking the niggas who give it. She be the first to the bed, so I know that you know that she probably the first to get naked. Wonder why I keep my shit in the back. I'm practically daddy, I'm son of you niggas. Bring all my shit out the washer for I get to looking up all of your mama old pictures. Swear I be playing with niggas, but when I talk about your mother, you know that I'm serious. She been a regular nigga, I know that you mad, but at least I let you hear it. He finna tell tell you I'll be around your mama, cause he ain't the nigga who be around your mama. If you gon' leave me the room with your mama, I might just put a little son in your mama. He finna tell you I'll be around your mama, cause he ain't the nigga who be around your mama. If you gon' leave me the room with your mama, I might just put a little son in your mama. He finna tell you I'll be around your mama, cause he ain't the nigga who be around your mama. If you gon' leave me the room with your mama, I might just put a little son in your mama. He finna tell you I'll be around your mama, cause he ain't the nigga who be around your mama. If you gon' leave me the room with your mama, I might just put a little son in your mama.
Hey. You see what the hits make you do. See, that's the same reaction, Princess. That's the same reaction we get every time we play that song for the ladies. They like that shit.
Is that on Spotify?
Yep. It's definitely on Spotify.
I need somebody to privately send me the link to that, please.
I got you. I'm gonna put it in the chat.
Yeah, we're gonna see you.
No. Send it to me privately because I ain't gonna find it in the chat.
I got you. I'll send it.
Thank you, Yogi. Thank you.
We're gonna go ahead and wrap this up, man. Shout out AK, shout out BDF, Big LA Princess, DJ Walla.
I gave y'all a little bit of some entertainment. You're welcome.
Hey, yeah. Put that shit on the float in.
We're gonna go ahead and wrap this up, man. It's like 3 hours.
Salute.
Nah, I feel you. Straight up, my nigga. Not respect.
If you haven't followed the Late Hour Show, follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch. Follow everybody on the screen, man. We gone.
Thank you for letting me up.
You know what it is. Nobody got no more last words? All right.